Crossfade. Okay, as Julie told you about, when you're watching the stream and all of a sudden you see the ask Julie about that. I mean, she'll help you move it along. So we are about a little less than a minute away from pregame. Are you ready to go, Mark? Okay, so Tim, what's going on is she is back there and she's going to crossfade our sound. Right now we're playing music on the air. She has to bring the volume off on the music and turn the volume up on the screen. So, because the screen that she is watching is anywhere from 30 to 2 minutes behind what we're doing here, we have this signal for her, and the signal is that logo that I showed you. Okay? So, Mark, we're still at 19 after, so we can wait for a minute. Okay. Julie's there to show you the signals and all that? Yeah, well, just to let you know what it is. Isn't that light? Perfect. Yeah, it popped right up. We didn't even have to lie. It was like it saved in the computer now, so. Tells me you're right. Yeah. All right. Good. Thanks. All right. Okay. All right, Mark, you ready to go? What's your signal? You guys have any rosters? Yes, we do. Thank you. I was going to ask, where do I get one? Oh, I don't know. They brought them to us. Do you have an extra, Mark?
I got two there that I really don't need.
Are you ready to go, Mark? When are we going to go here? You've got to give me the signal and give me 5 seconds so I can get this going. So.
Okay, let's do her.
Okay, here we go. I just started. You just saw you'll see those emblems pop up here in a second. And he just
Vigo Tires of Evanston presents Evanston Red Devil Football. The Evanston Red Devils are on the air. Evanston Red Devil Football is being brought to you by Bear River Dental, Cowboy Motors, Winnebosse's #1 Education Center, Chad's Automotive, T-Bar S Body Shop. Also being brought to you by Mountain West Business Solutions, Castle Rock Chevrolet, Wyoming Dental Specialist, Plains Pipeline LP of Evanston, Wells Fargo Bank, Vigo Tires, and our scoreboard sponsor, Callis Napa Auto Parts. And it's being also brought to you by Uinta Physical Therapy. Your Evanston Red Devil Football is on the air on the Big Dog in Country, KNYN 99.1 FM, and online at k-9radio.com. Welcome to the Red Devil pregame show. Tonight, actually, the Red Devils take on the Natrona Mustangs here at K-Fackrell Stadium, home of the Evanston Red Devils here in Evanston. Kickoff is scheduled for about 35 minutes from right now. In the meantime, we have our pregame show brought to you by Main Street Deli. Great food, for great people. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on the Big Dog in Country, KNYN 99.1 FM, and online at k-9radio.com.
Come celebrate Oktoberfest at the Main Street Deli. Join us for inspired fun, a fresh, wholesome dinner, and specials celebrating Oktoberfest. Join us October 3rd from 5 to 7 p.m. Homemade German chocolate cupcakes, beer brats with all the toppings, and Cajun sausages cooked to perfection. There will be prize giveaways, so come celebrate Oktoberfest this year at the Main Street Deli, October 3rd from 5 to 7 p.m. Located 1025 Main Street in Evanston. Main Street Deli, great food for great people.
We are looking ahead to tonight's matchup. In this segment of the Main Street Deli pregame show, we'll let you know how we see things, and we'll set the scene for today's game. Today's scene set is being brought to you by Arrowhead Dental. Call in the morning, and they'll see you that day. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM. Watch the game online live at k-9radio.com.
Arrowhead Dental, this is Sonia. How may I help you?
At Arrowhead Dental, we are committed to quality and comfortable work at affordable price. With our qualified staff continually investing in education, you're sure to get the best treatment available. Whether it's hygiene, restorative, or reconstructive work, we promise you'll leave smiling. That's Arrowhead Dental. Call in the morning and we'll see you that day. Arrowhead Dental, 50 Arrowhead Drive in Evanston. Now doing implants too.
Of the Evanston Red Devils. Thanks so much for joining us. Today the Red Devils take on the Natrona Mustangs, and we'll set the scene for you. And boy, what a night for football. We've got partly cloudy skies, lights on in the stadium here, and fans trickling into the football game. Great atmosphere for a Friday night. I guess you can call it Friday Night Lights. We're at K. Fackrell Stadium, home of the Evanston Red Devils. The field's in great condition, and staff has worked hard to get things ready to go. Our Evanston Red Devils, they are in their red jerseys with their blue numerals, red pants, and their red helmets with the E on their helmets. The Natrona Mustangs are black and orange. They've got their black jerseys, black helmets, black pants, and orange socks. Going into this game, the Evanston Red Devils are 2-2, and the Natrona Mustangs are 2-2. We'll talk about that. Evanston won their first game by the score of 12-7 over Cheyenne South. They then made the trip up to Gillette to take on the Gillette Camels, losing up there 52-13. Sheridan then came to town a couple of weeks ago, beat the Evanston Red Devils 35-14. Then Evanston went up to Laramie, getting a win up in Laramie, 21-14. The Natrona Mustangs have the exact same record, 2-2 on the season. They're, of course, the defending state 4A football champions. Again, they're dressed in their white jerseys, black numerals, black pants, and orange socks. Our Evanston Red Devils, all in red with the blue numerals on their jerseys. The Natrona County Mustangs won the first game against Cheyenne Central, 40-20. Then East came back and beat them by one in overtime, 42-41. Natrona then played Laramie, beating Laramie 37-6. Then last week, Natrona played Campbell County, Gillette, of course, losing in overtime by a point, 24-23. This has been the Arrowhead Dental scene set for tonight's matchup. We're about 30 minutes away from the opening kickoff between the Red Devils and the Natrona Mustangs. Coming up, we'll check with students and community members about our predictions for today's games. We'll be right back on the pregame show with our Red Devil game day predictions. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on the Big Dog in Country, KNYN 99.1 FM, and online at k-9radio.com.
When we say Chads can fix it, we mean Chads can fix it. When your vehicle needs to be repaired or serviced, Chad's Automotive is the best place to take it. With over 20 years in the business, Chad has the experience you want your mechanic to have. At Chad's Automotive, repairs are done right the first time. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Stop on by Chad's Automotive in Evanston. They can fix it. Call today for an appointment at 307-789-8263. That's Chad's Automotive, 789-8263.
It's time for the pre-winter checkup special.
Big old tires, we go the extra mile, revving up the service to make you smile. We're in the business of customer pleasing, all the right service for all the right reasons.
Receive an oil change, 22-point inspection, brake check, and tire rotation for just $59.99.
Extra miles, the way we go, we got you covered at Big O.
Big O Tires in Evanston, 607 Cheyenne Drive.
Long lines and slow traffic. Gas prices on the rise? Save yourself a trip to the big city by stopping first at Cowboy Motor Company. You no longer have to get out of Dodge to find the best deals on vehicles. Cowboy Motor Company has them in stock. Expanding inventory and plenty of money available for lending, you can now get into Dodge at Cowboy Motor Company. Strength, honesty, and integrity. The Cowboy way. Cowboy Motor Company, 100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Precious time cannot be recovered once lost, said the famous Jack Sparrow. Don't lose time driving extra miles when the dental services you need are available right here in Evanston. Do you need a root canal? Do you need your wisdom teeth pulled? Are you missing teeth and want a full and perfect smile? Do you need braces? All of these services are available from our specialists right here in Evanston. This is oral surgeon A.J. Stosich inviting you to join me and my associates. Call today to schedule an appointment at 307-789-5608. That's 307-789-5608. Save your precious time.
Time in downtown Evanston at the schools this week, talking with Red Devil fans about their game day predictions for tonight's game. On this segment of the Main Street Deli pregame show, we'll hear the fans give their Red Devil predictions. That ought to be fun, right? Right here on our pregame show. Here's your game day predictions.
I'm Ben Fuller. I predict 23 to 16 to Evanston.
My name is Maddie Skaggs, and I think the score will be, we will win 21 to 6. I'm Katie Andrews, and I think we're going to lose by like 10 points. So I'm Angel Paget, and I think we're going to lose 47 to 12. I'm Alexis Medkiff, and I think we're going to win 49 to 6. My name's Ashley Lazaro, and I think the score will be 21 to 8.
Just like that, that's our game day prediction. I'm blowing everybody out again. The fans have spoken, and coming up, we'll talk with the Red Devil alum to see what's been happening since graduation. We'll be back with Where Are They Now on the Main Street Deli pregame show. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM. And you can also watch the game online at k-9radio.com.
It doesn't matter how large or small your business is. When considering copiers, fax machines, scanners, and other office equipment, call Mountain West Business Solutions first. George Wynn, CEO at Evanston Regional Hospital, had this to say.
With Mountain West Business Solutions, the copiers that we have now, they're very reliable machines. They've done a great job for us, and the rare times when they do have a malfunction, Randy and his people are in here quickly, and they come and service the machines very efficiently. We're very grateful to have Randy Barker and Mountain West Business Solutions as our business partners.
Call Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
Hunters, You could win a $3,000 gift certificate to Sports World by winning first place in the Big Buck Contest. Sports World certificates for second and third place, too. Stop by Castle Rock Chevrolet for details. Before you head to the hills, have Castle Rock change your oil and give your vehicle a multi-point inspection. And when you're hunting for a new car or truck, then stock the lot at Castle Rock.
We're Castle Rock.
A $3,000 prize for first place, the Big Buck Contest at Castle Rock Chevrolet. CastleRockChevy.com.
Everyone knows that a smile is contagious. Research has even shown that a smile can make us appear more attractive to others, lift our moods, and even lengthen our lives. If you don't like the smile because of the condition of your teeth, we can help you gain the confidence and happiness that comes from a fabulous smile. This is Tracy Cornea at Bear River Dental. Call us today at 307-789-5608 and mention this ad for a free consultation to discuss how to create the dazzling smile you've always dreamed of. Call 307-789-5608 and have a beautiful smile today.
This is Matthew Rex, owner of T-Bar S Body Shop in Technoglass of Evanston. We do free estimates on all makes and models of vehicles. We even do estimates on semis and motorhomes. We can do some work on motorcycles as well. Part of that estimating process will take care of all your insurance, filing claim, take all the pain out of that process for you. Estimating process takes about 10 minutes, so it's very quick and easy. You don't need to take a whole lot of time out of your day to get them done. We guarantee all of our work. When we're working on your vehicle, we treat it just like we're working on our own vehicle, so you know that it's very well taken care of. You'll be happy you came to us.
Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar S Body Shop, Evanston, Wyoming.
Welcome to the Main Street Deli pregame show. Tonight, the Red Devils take on the Natrona Mustangs. We're about 23 minutes away from opening kickoff. In this segment of the Main Street Deli pregame show, we're going to catch up with Red Devil alum Bubba O'Neill. Coach O'Neill graduated from Evanston High School, of course. This portion of the pregame show was called Where Are They Now?
With Bubba O'Neill on Where Are They Now during our pregame show of Evanston football. Well, the former graduate Bubba O'Neill, and now he's the district activities director. First off, talk about your education here in Evanston that led you to the job here.
Well, I graduated from Evanston High School. Obviously, I moved here when I was eighth grader. My family moved here during the oil boom, and I just kind of stayed around, and my parents stayed around for a little while. Went off to the University of Wyoming and got a degree, and while I was there for the first few years, I tried to play a little football, and which was kind of a fun experience, but found out quickly, one, I wasn't good enough, and two, I wasn't smart enough. So I was able to get my degree and actually started my teaching and coaching career at Farson Eden High School. And after 1 year there as the head football, basketball, and track coach, I came to Evanston to be assistant football and basketball coach. And over time, I wound up being the head basketball coach, which led to this position after getting another degree from the University of Wyoming. So I have both my undergraduate and graduate degrees from the university, and I guess that's what led to all of this.
How did your education at Evanston High School help you out with the education on the college level?
Well, I think, one, the teachers and coaches, when I was here, I really felt like they cared about me and where I was headed. And obviously, I've said this many times, I had unbelievable coaches, including Coach Fackrell and Coach Jacobson and Coach Smith, unbelievable coaches in football and basketball and track. Even played a little baseball, which was my favorite sport growing up, but had great coaches and great teachers and great friends. I tell you what, your peers make a huge difference, and they all went off to college, so I felt like that's something I needed to do as well. And so I was able to get there, and through some tougher times, I was able to get a degree. And it's something I felt like I always wanted to do. I always loved being involved in school and in activities. And, you know, my mother was a lunch lady in the school district, and so my mother was involved in the school. My dad being involved in the oil field, he was always telling me that there are better places to be than be in the oil field, and you know, it's worked out pretty well for me.
Now, you participated, I believe, in football and activities here at Evanston High School. Talk about that a little bit and how that enhanced your education.
In football, we were pretty darn good. All 4 years I was in high school, I wound up being a receiver and a linebacker and a punter and kicker in the football program. And, you know, I had an opportunity to go play a little bit of football at the University of Wyoming, you know, and like I said, I wasn't very good at it, but I got a chance to go there. I felt like most of the kids I grew up with could have gone there. The finest running back I've ever witnessed is Brent Sanders. He owns an engineering firm here in town, and I was fortunate enough to play with him and David Peterson. If you guys know him, a big, strong kid. Mel Orchard went off to play the Division I football at Washington State, and I mean, we had a great crew. Mel Orchard, Stuart Prophet, Tim Benson's here in town, the Porter, John Porter, who once owned Porter Fireworks, and there's a lot of great ones, and I was fortunate enough to play with those guys, and we were pretty darn good, and through that experience with those kids, and obviously Coach Fackrell and his staff with Coach Wagstaff, Coach Smith, Coach Jacobson, Ron Patzer, Coach Rod, I hope I'm not missing people, but they were a great staff, and they got along so well. I think that them getting along so well enhanced our experience as well. And having great teammates, they pushed you all the time to be better, and you played hard for your teammates. And Evanston has always had a great deal of pride in their football program, and being involved in that helped me understand that not only you take great pride in your sports, but also in life. Take pride in anything that you do, and I think I did that as a coach. I try to take pride in the program. I love the kids. I love the parents. You know, we didn't always see eye to eye, but we had to work together to reach a final goal, and I did learn that through sports and other activities. I wasn't just a sport guy. I was involved in choir and in the school play and the whole bit. You know, I got a well-rounded high school experience here.
We thank Bubba O'Neill for joining on us. Where are they now? Next up, we'll visit with the coaches for tonight's teams. Pat Fackrell's pregame show will continue, sponsored by Ace Coin. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at k-9radio.com.
Come celebrate Oktoberfest at the Main Street Deli. Join us for inspired fun, a fresh, wholesome dinner, and specials celebrating Oktoberfest. Join us October 3rd from 5 to 7 p.m. Homemade German chocolate cupcakes, beer brats with all the toppings, and Cajun sausages cooked to perfection. There will be prize giveaways, so come celebrate Oktoberfest this year at the Main Street Deli. October 3rd from 5 to 7 p.m. Located 1025 Main Street in Evanston. Main Street Deli, great food for great people.
With Wells Fargo Mobile Deposit, you can deposit a check virtually anytime, anywhere.
You can do it in a coffee shop without spilling a drop. Done.
You can do it while listening to music without missing a beat. Done.
Deposit checks quickly and securely using your smartphone.
You can even do it while you're reading a radio commercial. Done.
On your phone, online, on the go. Wells Fargo makes it easy to get banking done. Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. Availability may be affected by your mobile device and carrier. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Precious time cannot be recovered once lost, said the famous Jack Sparrow. Don't lose time driving extra miles when the dental services you need are available right here in Evanston. Do you need a root canal? Do you need your wisdom teeth pulled? Are you missing teeth or want a full and perfect smile? Do you need braces? All of these services are available from our specialists right here in Evanston. This is endodontist Les Walker inviting you to join me and my associates. Call today to schedule an appointment at 307-789-5608. That's 307-789-5608. Save your precious time.
Long lines and slow traffic. Gas prices on the rise? Save yourself a trip to the big city by stopping first at Cowboy Motor Company. You no longer have to get out of Dodge to find the best deals on vehicles. Cowboy Motor Company has them in stock. Expanding inventory and plenty of money available for lending, you can now get into Dodge at Cowboy Motor Company. Strength, honesty, and integrity. The Cowboy Way. Cowboy Motor Company, 100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
It's time for the pre-winter checkup special.
Big O Tires, we go the extra mile, revving up the
Receive an oil change, 22-point inspection, brake check, and tire rotation for just $59.99. Big O Tires in Evanston, 607 Cheyenne Drive.
Welcome to the Coach's Pregame Show, brought to you by Ace Coin. No one sees the game the way the coaches do. We'll take a few minutes and visit with opposing coach Steve Harshman. Then we'll talk with the Red Devil head football coach Pat Fackrell and get his thoughts on today's game. We'll be back right after this from Ace Coin. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on the Big Dog in Country, KNYN 99.1 FM. And you can watch the game now on live at k-9radio.com.
Pool and dart leagues are right around the corner. Get your team signed up today with Ace Coin. Call Ace Coin at 307-789-2969. Early registration available. Any questions on pool and dart leagues, call Ace Coin today at 789-2969. Leagues start in October, so don't procrastinate. That's Ace Coin at 307-789-2969. Call and get your team signed up today. This message brought to you by Ace Coin in Evanston.
Mark Haynes, we're talking to Coach Steve Harshman. And Coach, tell us, to this point of the season, how's things been going for the Mustangs?
You know, good. We've actually never been behind in a game yet. We're just getting better every week. We've had 2 tough losses in overtime. One was a triple overtime loss by a point on the last play, and where we kind of botched a snap, and then another similar situation, a little different, the bad snap last week against Gillette, lost by a point in overtime. So we're sitting at 2-2. Kids are doing good. We've had a few injuries, bouncing back from all that stuff. You know, the typical stuff. But I think we're getting better. I really like our guys and how they're coming, and really I like their potential and their, you know, a lot of upside, I think.
Now, next to those 2 overtime losses, how did that affect the kids?
Well, I think, you know, like any of us, we'd all rather win than lose. But I think you got to keep it in perspective. Sun came up the next day. I think we used it as a learning experience. Certainly it made us better. Nobody else has played 4 overtimes in the first 4 games of the season. So it certainly made us better. It's been a good experience. I think there'll be more of those close games. I think the top to bottom in 4A is a lot closer than it has been for several years. So we'll see a lot of those.
Now you're making the trip to Evanston to face the Red Devils on their homecoming night. It's just another football game, but homecoming seems to fire the other guys up.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Coaches never know. There's so many things going on. Kids are pretty resilient, though. But, yeah, gosh, for us, I mean, we can't control any of that. So we're so more concerned about ourselves than anybody right now. We always have been, trying to make sure we're playing as well as we can play and those kind of things. So.
Your kids' attitudes at this point going into the Evanston game pretty good, or?
Really good, I think. You know, I think we've obviously studied Evanston a lot. They're a lot like us. We're real similar. We play a lot of juniors. So big learning curve going on, probably on both teams. And I've watched all of Evanston's films. They're a totally different team than they were in week 1. Totally different. And I think we are too. And so, you know, I think you'll see 2 teams that are starting to kind of figure things out, figure out their identity, kind of start hitting a little bit of mid-season form and not making week 1 junior-type mistakes. Those kids are no longer juniors. The way I look at it, they've got half a varsity season under their belt. So it should be a great game. And I think the thing about Evanston, you know, they're playing the type of offense that it's just good, sound football, and it really helps your defense. And I'm just hoping our guys can stand in there and tough it out with them. Basically, that's what a lot of that will be.
The keys to the ball game, in your opinion, are what?
Well, I think most of these things usually come down to turnover. You know, turnovers are such a huge part of every football game. I think penalties probably doomed us last week were penalties in the second half. We'd either drop the snap or we'd jump off sides on nearly every offensive drive. We did that to ourselves some 12 times in the second half, just killed drives. You go from 2nd and 2 to 3rd and 12 on a drop snap to open the second half. That kind of set the tone for us, and we didn't play very crisp. So we've got to play sharp, snappy football and be quick and fast and not give Evanston the big play and try to keep Evanston in a 3rd and long situation. They get in 3rd and 2. They're a lot of big kids. They'll probably convert.
So we want to take that, try to keep them out of that comfort zone for them.
Best of luck to you, Coach.
Okay.
That's head coach Steve Harsman of the Natrona Mustangs. We're about 13 minutes away from kickoff of tonight's action. You're listening to the Coach's pregame show, brought to you by Ace Coin here on the Main Street Deli pregame show. Stay tuned. We'll be back to visit with head coach Pat Fackrell of our Evanston Red Devils in a moment. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM, and you're watching it online at K-9radio.com.
The Weight of the Nation is a 4-part documentary series focusing on families and individuals struggling with obesity. This educational series will be held at the UNFOC's #1 Education Center. Part 1 will run on October 9th, Consequences. Part 2 on October 23rd, Choices. Part 3 on November 6th, Children in Crisis. And Part 4 on November 20th, Challenges. Come and learn what you can do to combat this national crisis in our community. Register today at 307-789-5742.
Everyone knows that a smile is contagious. Research has even shown that a smile can make us appear more attractive to others, lift our moods, and even lengthen our lives. If you don't like the smile because of the condition of your teeth, we can help you gain the confidence and happiness that comes from a fabulous smile. This is Tracy Cornea at Bear River Dental. Call us today at 307-789-5608 and mention this ad for a free consultation to discuss how to create the dazzling smile you've always dreamed of. Call 307-789-5608 and have a beautiful smile today.
When we say Chads can fix it, we mean Chads can fix it. When your vehicle needs to be repaired or serviced, Chad's Automotive is the best place to take it. With over 20 years in the business, Chad has the experience you want your mechanic to have. At Chad's Automotive, repairs are done right the first time. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Stop on by Chad's Automotive in Evanston. They can fix it. Call today for an appointment at 307-789-8263. That's Chad's Automotive, 789-8263.
This is Matthew Rex, owner of T-Bar S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. We do free estimates on all makes and models of vehicles. We even do estimates on semis and motorhomes. We can do some work on motorcycles as well. Part of that estimating process will take care of all your insurance, filing claim, take all the pain out of that process for you. Estimating process takes about 10 minutes, so it's very quick and easy. You don't need to take a whole lot of time out of your day to get them done. We guarantee all of our work. When we're working on your vehicle, we treat it just like we're working on our own vehicle, so you know that it's very well taken care of. You'll be happy you came to us.
Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar S Body Shop, Evanston, Wyoming.
Welcome back to the Main Street Deli pregame show. We're in the middle of the coach's pregame show, brought to you by Ace Coin. We'll be right back with Red Devil head football coach Pat Fackrell right after this.
Pool and dart leagues are right around the corner. Get your team signed up today with Ace Coin. Call Ace Coin at 307-789-2969. Early registration available. Any questions on pool and dart leagues, call Ace Coin today at 789-2969. Leagues start in October, so don't procrastinate. That's Ace Coin at 307-789-2969. Call and get your team signed up today. This message brought to you by Ace Coin in Evanston.
About that Laramie game, you got to win, and you got to feel like the monkey's off your back now.
Well, it was important. Like we talked all week to our kids, it was super important week. Going out and playing well. It really was a must-win. I'm real proud of our kids. They played hard. They played for 4 quarters, and they played to win the football game, and that's what we.
So the motivation was there Friday night because they were up there hitting it on all cylinders.
It was. Like I said, our kids really understood the importance of what Friday brought, and they did what they needed to do to win the ball game, and that's what it takes.
You got a week to prepare for Natrona. That's not an easy task. They got to go out there and go after it again.
Yeah, Coach Harsman, Steve Harsman and his staff over at Natrona, they do a great job. They got great tradition, and they play football the way it should be played. They're fast, they're physical. They do a lot of things offensively to keep you off balance. Defensively, they play pretty base stuff, but they're good at what they do, and it'll be a big challenge for us this week.
This has been the Coach's Pregame Show brought to you by Ace Coin. We're about 7 minutes from opening kickoff tonight. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston High School football on the Big Dog in Country, KNYN 99.1 FM, and online at k-9radio.com.
This time of year, the weather can change from minute to minute. The team at Plains Pipeline encourages you to focus on safe driving. Slow down. Look for children who may be walking to or from school. Make sure you have supplies in your car like a blanket, water, and emergency food in case of road closures or unexpected storms. Plains Pipeline LP of Evanston also reminds you to always call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. It's the law. Plus, it could save your life.
With Wells Fargo Mobile Deposit, you can deposit a check virtually anytime, anywhere.
You can do it in a coffee shop without spilling a drop. Done.
You can do it while listening to music without missing a beat. Done.
Deposit checks quickly and securely using your smartphone.
You can even do it while you're reading a radio commercial. Done.
On your phone, online, on the go. Wells Fargo makes it easy to get banking done. Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. Availability may be affected by your mobile device and carrier. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
It doesn't matter how large or small your business is. When considering copiers, fax machines, scanners, and other office equipment, call Mountain West Business Solutions first. George Wynn, CEO at Evanston Regional Hospital, had this to say.
With Mountain West Business Solutions, the copiers that we have now, they're very reliable machines. They've done a great job for us, and the rare times when they do have a malfunction, Randy and his people are in here quickly, and they come and service the machines very efficiently. We're very grateful to have Randy Barker and Mountain West Business Solutions as our business partners.
Call Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
Hunters, you could win a $3,000 gift certificate to Sports World by winning first place in the Big Buck Contest. Sports World certificates for second and third place, too. Stop by Castle Rock Chevrolet for details. Before you head to the hills, have Castle Rock change your oil and give your vehicle a multi-point inspection. And when you're hunting for a new car or truck, then stock the lot at Castle Rock. We're Castle Rock. A $3,000 prize for first place. The Big Buck Contest at Castle Rock Chevrolet. CastleRockChevy.com.
You've been listening to the Pregame Coaches Show, brought to you by Ace Coin. This is the Pregame Show, and it's being brought to you by Main Street Deli. Great food for great people. We're just moments away from the starting lineups, the coin toss, and the opening kickoff. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on the Big Dog in Country, KNYN 99.1 FM. And you can now watch the game online at k-9radio.com.
The Weight of the Nation is a 4-part documentary series focusing on families and individuals struggling with obesity. This educational series will be held at the UNFOC's #1 Education Center. Part 1 will run on October 9th, Consequences. Part 2 on October 23rd, Choices. Part 3 on November 6th, Children in Crisis. And Part 4 on November 20th, Challenges. Come and learn what you can do to combat this national crisis in our community. Register today at 307-789-5742.
It's time for the pre-winter checkup special.
Big O Tires, we go the extra mile, revving up the service to make you smile. We're in the business of customer pleasing, all the right service for all the right reasons.
Receive an oil change, 22-point inspection, brake check, and tire rotation for just $59.99.
Extra miles, the way we go, we got you covered at Big O.
Big O Tires in Evanston, 607 Cheyenne Drive.
Long lines and slow traffic. Gas prices on the rise? Save yourself a trip to the big city by stopping first at Cowboy Motor Company. You no longer have to get out of Dodge to find the best deals on vehicles. Cowboy Motor Company has them in stock. Expanding inventory and plenty of money available for lending, you can now get into Dodge at Cowboy Motor Company. Strength, honesty, and integrity. The Cowboy way. Cowboy Motor Company, 100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Precious time cannot be recovered once lost, said the famous Jack Sparrow. Don't lose time driving extra miles when the dental services you need are available right here in Evanston. Do you need a root canal? Do you need your wisdom teeth pulled? Are you missing teeth and want a full and perfect smile? Do you need braces? All of these services are available from our specialists right here in Evanston. This is oral surgeon A.J. Stosich inviting you to join me and my associates. Call today to schedule an appointment at 307-789-5608. That's 307-789-5608. Save your precious time.
Today's coin toss brought to you by Shane Dean Construction. Get it done right the first time. Today's coin toss has been brought to you, won by the Evanston Red Devils. So today's coin toss being brought to you by Shane Dean Construction. Get it done right the first time. Starting lineups for you brought to you by Randy's Heating and Air Conditioning. Heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration. For Natrona County on the defense, we'll quickly go through them. At the linebacker spots, Lane Hunsicker, Joe Jacobs, Colton Jorgensen, and Josh Harsman. Along the defensive line, the defensive end, Tyler Trout, defensive tackle, Lance Ferguson, the nose guard, Michael Bailey, and the other defensive end, Tavin Bryant. In the backfield for the defense for Natrona, Ryan Schwager, Stephen Brown, and Logan Wilson. Starting offense for the Evanston Red Devils will include Alec Johnson. At tackle, Hayden Balmer, Eric Sowers, Octavio Reyes, Cole Wilkinson, Kevin Passanelli, and Bruce Lester. On the outside, quarterback Kyler Wagstaff, fullback Will Kishpa, and the tailback Hiram Peterson. And we're about ready to go. On the Natrona Mustangs will kick it off. Tristan Cloward's going to kick it deep to either Hiram Peterson or Bruce Lester. And this one will get underway. Here comes the kick. It's going to go all the way back into the end zone, and there's going to be no return. So the Evanston Red Devils will get first opportunity on the offense. And they'll go to work 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Just underway, first quarter action. And kickoffs, of course, being brought to you by SOS Employment Group, uniting talent with opportunity. First downs being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs, offering competitive prices. And our scoreboard sponsor, Callis Napa Auto Parts. Here's Kyler Wagstaff back in that shotgun formation with Peterson and Kishpa. Hiram Peterson will be the ball carrier. He's up to about the 25 before he's corralled there by the Mustang defense. So give him about 5 and brings up 2nd down and 5. And anytime you're in that situation, it's a good thing if you're the offensive unit getting things started. 2nd and about 5 now for the Red Devils. They're out at their own 25-yard line. We're just underway, 11:36 to go in the first quarter. Still no score on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Wagstaff back in that shotgun formation. Here's Peterson again. Peterson battling for a couple, and that's going to be about it. Maybe a yard if he's lucky. And over there on the stop for Natrona is going to be Ben Garbett, the 5'11" corner at 131 pounds. He's probably the smallest kid on the roster. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 now for the Red Devils at their own 26-yard line. Wagstaff waits for the snap. Snaps back. Wagstaff back to throw. He's got a receiver, and it's going to be incomplete. Ian Fisher out there. He drops the ball. Out there covering Ian Fisher is Tavon Brown, the 5'8", 146-pound defensive back. And it appears that the Red Devils are 3 and out, and they'll have to punt it away. So going back to receive the kick. And back in punt formation for Natrona. Got two back, and they're about ready to go. As Bruce Lester will punt it away. Lester's punt, he kind of shanked it. It's going to drop about midfield. Oh, and take a roll back the other way. And Natrona's got good field position to begin their first drive, right about the Red Devil 47-yard line. We'll see where the official spots it. It's going to set it down at the Red Devil 48, so that's where Natrona will have it first down and 10 for their first offensive series. Evanston was 3 downs and out. Punted away to Natrona, kind of a shank type of punt, and gives Natrona such good field position at the Red Devil 48. Here's Sam Turner bringing his team up to the line of scrimmage. Turner standing back in that shotgun formation once again. Sends receivers left and right. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Turner takes the snap. It's going to go up the middle. It's going to be Gillis. Gillis is still on his feet, going down the sidelines. He could go 48 yards, but he's going to be ran out down near the 10. And boy, there's a 38-yard run for you, and maybe even more. He got down to the 5. So Gillis, 43 yards on the run. First and goal now for Natrona, right down at the Red Devil 5-yard line. Here's Turner taking a snap. Gillis again right up the middle. He's on the way, and is he in? I didn't see the indication. He is in. Touchdown, Natrona. Just like that, 48 yards and 2 plays, and Natrona scores first as Gillis goes from about 5 yards out. And they'll attempt the PAT now. So Natrona strikes first. In to attempt the PAT is going to be Tristan Cloward. There's the snap. Kick up on the way. And it is good. First quarter action being brought to you by Main Street Deli. Great food for great people. The score on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard shows Natrona 7, the Evanston Red Devils nothing. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on the Big Dog in Country, KNYN 99.1 FM. And you can watch it now on live at k-9radio.com.
When we say Chad's can fix it, we mean Chad's can fix it. When your vehicle needs to be repaired or serviced, Chad's Automotive is the best place to take it. With over 20 years in the business, Chad has the experience you want your mechanic to have. At Chad's Automotive, repairs are done right the first time. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Stop on by Chad's Automotive in Evanston. They can fix it. Call today for an appointment at 307-789-8263. That's Chad's Automotive, 789-8263.
All right, so 2 plays and 48 yards, and just like that, the Natrona Mustangs scored and lead it 7-0 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. And now Natrona will kick it away again, either back to Peterson or Lester. So to approach the ball will be Tristan Cloward, 5'9", 170-pound kicker. So there's a penalty on the play. Got to crank up the crowd mic so we can hear the official call the penalty. It's going to be a dead ball foul. So it looks like everybody's headed right back down inside the 5 again, and maybe they'll have to try the PAT again. So they'll get Natrona's special teams out there, and they'll attempt again the PAT. So the penalty apparently went against Natrona County. The Mustangs, Tristan Cloward, will have to kick it again. It's set up for Cloward. Kick up on the way, and it is good. So the Mustangs come back down after the penalty and add the PAT again. And the score, 7-0 for the Natrona Mustangs on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Brad Gillis gets 2 carries and 48 yards and a touchdown for Natrona County, and they lead it 7-0. Natrona County 2-2 coming into this one, as are our Evanston Red Devils. They are also 2-2. Our Red Devils lost to Sheridan and to Gillette. Natrona County lost to, let's see, a couple of overtime losses. I have to look at my notes again. Natrona County loses in overtime to East, and they lost in overtime to Gillette last week, 24-23. So their two losses coming in overtime, and Cloward to tee it up again. Tristan Cloward will await the whistle, and back deep is going to be Hiram Peterson and Bruce Lester for the Evanston Red Devils. Now during the opening kickoff, Cloward kicked it right into the end zone and no opportunity for a return. It's going to go back in the end zone again, and the Red Devils won't get an opportunity to return this one. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils, coming out and working on their own 20-yard line. This is their second offensive series. The first series went 3 downs and out. Red Devils have it 1st and 10 from their own 20. 10:18 to go here in the first quarter. And the Mustangs lead our Red Devils 7-0 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Kickoff being brought to you by SOS Employment Group, uniting talent with opportunity. Our scoreboard sponsor, as we mentioned, Callis Napa Auto Parts. And there's a play ran by the Red Devils for 5 yards. Oh, they're pointing right to Natrona. Natrona's going to get a turnover, and that means uh-oh for the Evanston Red Devils. I came up and see the official pointing the other way, and it'll be Natrona football after a turnover. So a turnover on the Red Devils. That's the first turnover of the ball game. And Natrona County is going to go to work 1st and 10 from the Red Devil 27-yard line, and here they come. Brad Gillis stands at the side of quarterback Turner. Turner throwing the ball to the outside, and his receiver is not going to grab it. Or nope, they're going to indicate it's a completed pass. So they picked up a couple of yards on that pass play. Thought it was going to be Gillis up the middle. Then Turner ran to the right side. Now they'll look at the sidelines to get the play into the lineup, into the team anyway. Here's Turner back again in that shotgun formation. Motion man across the back to formation is Logan Wilson. Here's Gillis going up the middle again, and Gillis down inside the 20, maybe to the Red Devil 19. So about a 7 or 8 yard pickup on that play. That'll bring up 3rd down and a long 2 for the Mustangs. They're at the 19-yard line. 9:20 to go here in the first quarter on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Now back across the formation goes Logan Wilson. Now Turner takes a low snap, picks it up, heads up the field, and he's going to be pounded out there right down near the 6-yard line by the Red Devil defense. So they got 1st and 10. It's spotted at the 15-yard line for the Mustangs. Here's Turner. Turner back in the shotgun formation. Here's Gillis. He's coming right. Gillis heads up the field, and he's going to be tackled out there by Eric Sowers of the Red Devils. Kyler Wagstaff had an opportunity there to clean up on the play for the Red Devil defense. No gain on that play. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. They're waiting for the play to be signaled in on the Mustang sideline. Mustangs threatening again after a turnover by the Red Devils. Here's Turner. Turner will take the snap. Here's the big guy going up the middle. That's a Brown, 5'8", 146-pound running back. And he's not going to get far, maybe a yard before he's hit out there by the Red Devil defense. Kyler Wagstaff and company. Also out there on the stop for the Red Devils, Corbin Wagstaff. So about a 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Mustangs working at the 11-yard line of the Red Devils, knocking on the door again. Now Turner will stand back in the shotgun formation. Brown by his side. Got a motion man across the back of the formation. Here's Turner back to pass. Looking down the field, and it is going to go incomplete. So an incomplete pass, and coverage out there provided by Ian Fisher for the Red Devils. That'll bring up 4th and 6 for the Mustangs. So trotting in is going to be Tristan Cloward, and they're going to try the field goal. About a 24-yard attempt here for Cloward. They'll set it right about the 14-yard line. So it'll be a 24-yard attempt for Cloward, where they set the tee. Kicks up on the way, and it is good. So Cloward gets a field goal, and that goes for 24 yards. And now the score, 10-0 for the Natrona Mustangs on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Our first quarter action being brought to you by Main Street Deli. Great food at great prices. The score on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard shows the Red Devils 0, the Mustangs 10. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM, and you can watch the game on live at k-9radio.com.
This is Matthew Rex, owner of T-Bar S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. We do free estimates on all makes and models of vehicles. We even do estimates on semis and motorhomes. We can do some work on motorcycles as well. Part of that estimating process will take care of all your insurance, filing claim, take all the pain out of that process for you. Estimating process takes about 10 minutes, so it's very quick and easy. You don't need to take a whole lot of time out of your day to get them done. We guarantee all of our work. When we're working on your vehicle, we treat it just like we're working on our own vehicle, so you know that it's very well taken care of. You'll be happy you came to us.
Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar S Body Shop, Evanston, Wyoming.
The kick's into the end zone again, so for the third time, the Red Devils haven't had the opportunity to return the kick, and the Red Devils will go 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This last possession for the Red Devils, one play and a fumble, and then Natrona gets the field goal and leaves it 10-0 on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. First quarter action being brought to you by Main Street Deli, and the kickoffs being brought to you by SOS Employment Group, uniting talent with opportunity. First downs being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs. Here's Wagstaff. Wagstaff takes the snap. It's going to go up the middle to Kishpaw. Kishpaw up across the 23 to about the 25 before he's brought down there by Brown. Brown had a little help by his cohort in crime, Joe Jacobs, 6'2", 168-pound linebacker. Ball up to the 25 for the Red Devils. Picked up 5, 2nd down and 5 for the Red Devils as Wagstaff leads his offensive unit up to the line of scrimmage. The Red Devils split receivers left and right. Here's Wagstaff back in the shotgun formation for the Red Devils. It's going to go to Peterson. Peterson up the middle. He's got yardage up to about the 30-yard line. That'll be enough for first down yardage. And on the stop's going to be Lane Hunsaker, the linebacker for the Mustangs. Should be close enough, and they're moving the down marker, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. And your first down's being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs, offering competitive pricing. So the first down.
Everyone knows that a smile is contagious.
30. Receiver split left and right. 2 to the right, 1 to the left for the Red Devils. And Wagstaff hands off, goes up the middle to Kishpaw. No gain on that play. The Natrona defense was stingy that time out. Shore brought the play to a halt. The big defensive tackle, 6'7", 277 pounds, that youngster. That's a pretty big kid. Maybe a 1-yard gain, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. 5:48 to go, first quarter, and the Red Devils with another possession. Wagstaff now will lead the Red Devils up to the line of scrimmage, their own 31-yard line. Wagstaff back in the shotgun formation once again for the Red Devils. Wagstaff takes a look at the defense, takes the snap now, looks down the field. Here comes the rush, look out! Wagstaff rolls out. He's got a receiver, a completed pass for a first down. Great catch out there. It's going to be Bruce Lester on the catch. On the stop, it's going to be Brown for the Mustangs. So 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. They're up to their own 41-yard line and on the move. Now they send receivers left and right. Yes, the Red Devils with the first down at their own 41-yard line. They send a triple set to that far side. Here's Wagstaff. Wagstaff rolling to the left. He looks downfield. He's got a receiver down there, but it's going to go out of bounds and go incomplete, I believe. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Red Devils at their own 41. As we work in the first quarter with 4:56 to go, and on the Callis Snap Auto Parts scoreboard, it's a 10-0 lead for the Natrona Mustangs. Red Devils faced with the 2nd and 10. Last play went incomplete on a pass. Wagstaff now ready to go. Takes a high snap. It's going to go up to the fullback, and there's nowhere to go. No, there's a flag down. That's going to be Early on the run, but a flag. So Caleb Early maybe got corralled in the wrong way. Maybe a personal foul for Natrona. We'll crank it up and let the officials call it here. They're discussing it out on the field. It's going to be a face mask, the 15-yard variety against Natrona, and that'll give the Red Devils a first down. And your first down is being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs. They'll mark off the penalty yardage, and this is the first time that the Red Devils are on the Natrona Mustang side of the field. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils at the Mustang 42-yard line. Wagstaff into the Evanston huddle to call a play. He'll lead his Red Devils up to the line of scrimmage. Alec Johnson splits to the far side. Bruce Lester and Ian Fisher to this near side for the Red Devils. Wagstaff now awaits the snap. Here comes Peterson. Peterson on the carry. He's across the 40 down to about 38. He's wrestled down out there by the defense of the Mustangs. So just a couple of yards on that play for Hiram Peterson. He got a yard. Thought he might have gotten more of that. So it's at the 42, 2nd down and 9 for the Red Devils at the Mustang 42. Send 2 receivers to the far side of the field, Lester and Fisher. Alec Johnson to the near side. Here's the snap. And it's going to be Hiram Peterson, and he may even lose a yard on that play. Stuffed pretty well there by the Mustang defense. Over there on the stops, Colton Jorgensen, the 6'2", 205-pound linebacker for the Mustangs. Well, they got back to the original line of scrimmage. The ball's on the Mustang 42, 3rd down and 9 for the Red Devils as we work here in the first quarter, being brought to you by Main Street Deli. Wagstaff back in that shotgun formation. He's awaiting the snap. Now he's back to pass. Got a receiver down there. It's going to be Johnson. Alec Johnson down inside the 10, and he runs out of bounds. And the official's going to say, well, he went out at the 11. So 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. And your first down's being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs. And the Red Devils are now knocking on the door in the red zone. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. 3:09 to go, first quarter. Ball on the Natrona Mustang 11-yard line for the Evanston Red Devils. Ian Fisher splits to this near side. They send 2 receivers to the far side. Wagstaff back to take the snap again for the Red Devils. It's going to go and be Hiram Peterson, and nowhere for him to go as the Natrona defense stuffs that play pretty well. And over there on the stop, it's going to be Matt Schroeder and also Joe Jacobs. So no gain there. Right back down at the Mustang 11-yard line. 2nd down and 10 for the Red Devils with 2:44 to go, first quarter. Here now is Johnson, Wagstaff rather. Johnson splits to this near side now for the Red Devils. Wagstaff now will take the snap. Looking back to pass, he's Alec Johnson, incomplete, as the defensive back got there in coverage. So that one's going to fall incomplete. It's going to be Brown over there on the coverage. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Red Devils at the Mustang 11-yard line. Now Wagstaff back in the huddle. He's got the play from the coaching staff for the Evanston Red Devils. Up come the Red Devils to the line of scrimmage on the Mustang 11. 3rd and 10 for the Red Devils. Wagstaff awaiting the snap as he sends receivers left and right. Here Wagstaff pitches it outside. It's going to go inside Hiram Peterson to the 8, and that's going to be about it, as he's ran out of bounds on the near side of the field by Joe Jacobs, a 168-pound linebacker for the Mustang defense. So it's going to be 4th down and about 6, as Peterson gets 4 on the previous play. So 4th and 6 for the Red Devils. And we're now under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. First quarter action being brought to you by Main Street Deli. Great food for great people. The Red Devils are going to go for it. Here's Wagstaff, takes the snap, back in the shotgun formation, rolls to the right, looking downfield. He throws it into the end zone, and it's going to drop incomplete. So the Red Devils will turn it over on downs. The intended receiver, Ian Fisher for the Red Devils. So the Mustangs get it 1st and 10. Right about the Red Devil 7-yard line with 1:36 to go here in the first quarter. And the Mustangs over on the sidelines calling their play. Then the whole team comes right back on, and they'll go to work from their own 7-yard line, deep in their own territory. You send 2 receivers to this near side. Here's Turner. Turner takes the snap, motion man across the back of the formation. It's going to go up the middle. Here's going to be Gillis. Nope, it's not going to be Gillis. But he's all the way up to the 20, so a pretty good pick up there. Oh, it is going to be Gillis. Why am I second guessing myself? So the ball up on the 19, 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs. Turner out there taking a look at the sidelines to get the play. Gillis stands right next to him as Turner's in the shotgun formation. He drops the ball, and he just covers it. And in to make the touch on Turner's Corbin Wagstaff to make sure he goes nowhere. It's going to go all the way back to the Mustang 13. So a 6-yard loss on that mishandled snap for the Mustangs. And they'll go to work. 2nd down and 16 from their own 13-yard line. Here's Turner. Turner awaits the snap from center. Now he'll take the snap. Looking back to pass. He'll tuck it in now and run to this near side. He's up across the 20, maybe to the 21-yard line. Ran out by Bruce Lester and Corbin Wagstaff for the Evanston Red Devils. So 23 seconds to go, and as Turner ran out of bounds, that'll stop the clock. And they'll be faced with 3rd down and 8. Ball spotted at the Natrona 21-yard line, and that's where they'll work from as the first quarter is pretty close to coming to an end with 23 seconds to play.
Everyone knows that a smile is contagious. Research has even shown that a smile can make us appear more attractive.
Almost got tackled there. Guess you can call that guy the would-be tackler. Finally, Turner's ran out of bounds. Man, it looked like he was sacked back there, but somehow he got away. Ran out of bounds there by Cole Wilkinson and Bruce Lester. And he's close to 1st down yardage, and it will be 1st down for the Mustangs. They're at their own 31-yard line. Well, they went up to their 33. And they'll have it 1st and 10 from there as they're moving the football with 9 seconds to go. Well, they're not going to snap it again, I don't think. They'll just let the clock run out. That's going to wrap up the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, it's a 10-0 lead for the Natrona Mustangs. And you're listening to Evanston Red Devil Football. It's a presentation of Big O Tires of Evanston, right here on the Big Dog in Country, KNYN 99.1, and online at k-9radio.com.
Everyone knows that a smile is contagious. Research has even shown that a smile can make us appear more attractive to others, lift our moods, and even lengthen our lives. If you don't like the smile because of the condition of your teeth, we can help you gain the confidence and happiness that comes from a fabulous smile. This is Tracy Cornea at Bear River Dental. Call us today at 307-789-5608 and mention this ad for a free consultation to discuss how to create the dazzling smile you've always dreamed of. Call 307-789-5608 and have a beautiful smile today.
It doesn't matter how large or small your business is. When considering copiers, fax machines, scanners, and other office equipment, call Mountain West Business Solutions first. George Wynn, CEO at Evanston Regional Hospital, had this to say.
With Mountain West Business Solutions, the copiers that we have now, they're very reliable machines. They've done a great job for us, and the rare times when they do have a malfunction, Randy and his people are in here quickly, and they come and service the machines very efficiently. We're very grateful to have Randy Barker and Mountain West Business Solutions as our business partners.
Call Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
Hunters, you could win a $3,000 gift certificate to Sports World by winning first place in the Big Buck Contest. Sports World certificates for second and third place, too. Stop by Castle Rock Chevrolet for details. Before you head to the hills, have Castle Rock change your oil and give your vehicle a multi-point inspection. And when you're hunting for a new car or truck, then stock the lot at Castle Rock.
We're Castle Rock.
A $3,000 prize for first place, the Big Buck Contest at Castle Rock Chevrolet. CastleRockChevy.com.
We're back. Second quarter action, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Your first down's being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs, offering competitive pricing. Turner takes the snap. He's got a receiver. It's Brown. Brown turns up inside, and he's going to finally be brought down by that Red Devil defense. Eric Sowers making the stop out there for the Red Devil defense. Couple of yards on that play, give him 3. Ball all the way out near midfield at the Mustang 48-yard line. Turner back to take the snap. As he awaits the snap, here goes Brown. Brown up in a hole. He's loose. He's on his way down the field. He's got first down yardage across the 35-yard line of the Red Devils, and he's going to be brought down about the 33. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs is Kyler Wagstaff with the stop, helped out there by Bruce Lester. Be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 34 as the official sets the ball down. So the Mustangs going to work again. Here's Turner. Turner awaits the snap. He's got a motion man across the back of the formation. Turner's going to be on the quarterback keeper. He's got big yardage down inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. Now he's inside the 25, maybe to the 24. So it's enough for first down yardage for the Mustangs. And Turner awaits the play to be called, and then they'll come up to the line of scrimmage. Mustangs on the move again. 1st and 10 on the Red Devil 24-yard line. Turner back in the shotgun formation once again for the Mustangs. It's going to go up inside, not a whole lot of yardage out there that time around, but they're going to create more nearly into the end zone. Down near the 2, go the Mustangs. The ball carrier that time around was Jeffrey Wynn. He got first down yardage, and it's 1st and goal for the Mustangs, right about the Red Devil 1, so the Mustangs knocking on the door again. Waiting for the play call is Turner. So it's 1st and goal for the Mustangs at the Red Devil 1. Turner back in the shotgun formation again. Here's the snap. Up the middle it's going to go. And in for the touchdown is going to be Jeffrey Wynn, the 5'11", 162-pound running back for Natrona. So Wynn gets the touchdown from a yard out. And now Natrona leads it 16-0 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. And coming on to attempt the PAT is going to be Tristan Cloward. Cloward sets up to, it's not going to be Cloward, excuse me. It's going to be Logan Wilson. Logan Wilson will set up to kick. Turner to hold for the Wilson PAT attempt. With 9:28 to go, Natrona increases their lead. Here's the Wilson kick up on the way, and it is good. So 9:38 to go here in the second quarter. Natrona goes up 17-0 over our Evanston Red Devils. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM, and you can watch the game live online at k-9radio.com.
With Wells Fargo Mobile Deposit, you can deposit a check virtually anytime, anywhere.
You can do it in a coffee shop without spilling a drop. Done.
You can do it while listening to music without missing a beat. Done.
Deposit checks quickly and securely using your smartphone.
You can even do it while you're reading a radio commercial. Done.
On your phone, online, on the go. Wells Fargo makes it easy to get banking done. Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. Availability may be affected by your mobile device and carrier. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Back we go. Natrona scores again from 1 yard out as Wynn went in for the touchdown. The PAT by Wilson afterward was good. Thus Natrona leading it 17-0 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. And your kickoff being brought to you by SOS Employment Group, uniting talent with opportunity. Wilson tees it up and gets it ready to go. Maybe it's not Wilson. Yeah, it is Wilson. So Wilson to kick it away. Back deep. Hiram Peterson and Bruce Lester. Here's the kick. It's going to go short this time. It's going to have to be covered by the Red Devils. So the Red Devils will go to work right about their own 26-yard line. 1st down and 10. 9:25 to go, second quarter. And leading it, the Natrona Mustangs, 17-0 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. We're in the second quarter, and the Red Devils will have their first possession of the quarter. Wagstaff in that Red Devil huddle, and they'll come up 1st down and 10 at their own 27-yard line. They send 3 receivers to this near side. Wagstaff now again in that shotgun formation for the Red Devils as they run this play. Wagstaff pitches it out. And, there's going to be a loss of yardage all the way back to the 20. So, nowhere to go for Evanston on that play. So a loss of 6 yards. They're spotting it at the 21. So to bring up 2nd down and 16 for the Red Devils, rather. Wagstaff back into the huddle as we work in this second quarter. Clock's moving with 8:54 to go in the second quarter. Ball on the 21-yard line for the Red Devils. Brings up 2nd down and 16. Wagstaff rolls out to the far side, and he's going to be sacked out there after the rollout by the Natrona defense. Hustling over there to get Wagstaff was Lane Hunsicker, the 6', 177-pound linebacker. And now the Red Devils all the way back to their own 10-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 27 now for the Red Devils from their own 10-yard line. And the Red Devils down 17-0 as Wagstaff heads back in to the huddle. Will Kishpaw out of the ball game now for the Red Devil offense. Red Devils go to work. They split receivers, 2 to the left and 2 to the right. Wagstaff awaits the snap. Hiram Peterson, the single setback, standing next to Wagstaff. Wagstaff back to pass. He's rolling out. He's going to be sacked. There's a safety. So the Mustangs getting back in the end zone. That'll be a safety and another 2 points. Over there on the stop's going to be Jorgensen, 205-pound linebacker at 6'2". So the Mustangs will add a couple of points to that point total of theirs. And the score says, well, you didn't get into the end zone. It looks like it's going to be a Bruce Lester punt. He'll punt it from the back of the end zone. Here it comes. It's on the way. And it's going to go, and they're going to have a return on, but it's not going to go for much. Out there on the return was Brown, and it was Kishpaw over there on the stop for the Red Devils. $17-0 now for the Mustangs on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. So a touchdown in the first quarter, a field goal by Wilson, and a touchdown by Wynn. And just like that, the Mustangs have it 1st and 10, right about the Red Devil 21-yard line. So a short field here. Motion man across the back of the formation. And Turner back to pass. Does he got a receiver out there? He does, but it's going to go incomplete. Great defensive play there for the Red Devils. Intended receiver was Chase Anderson. And the Mustangs are ready to reload and go to work. 2nd down and 10 from the Red Devil 21-yard line. 7:15 to go here in the second quarter. And a 17-0 lead for the Mustangs on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Here's Turner. Turner awaits the snap from the shotgun formation. It's going to go up the middle. Big yardage there on that play, all the way down to the 15-yard line for Gillis. So that'll be a big pickup of about 6 or 7 yards. They're all the way down the 15. So it was about 7. 2nd down and 4. No, 3rd and 4, rather, excuse me, for the Mustangs. They're at the Red Devil 15-yard line, knocking on the door again in the red zone. Here's Turner. Turner back in the shotgun formation. Scotty's running back, standing next to him. Here's the snap. Gillis the carry. And there's a procedure call on the offense, so they'll back it up 5 yards. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Mustangs. They set it right about the 20-yard line of the Red Devils, so the Mustangs go on to work again. Going to have a great halftime show here. Got the marching band ready to go, and I believe the classics are ready to go here at the half. Turner now awaits the snap. It's going to go up inside to Gillis. Gillis down inside the 10, down near the 7-yard line. So we got big yardage there, brought down on the far side of the field by Sowers, Lester, and a few other of the Red Devil defensemen. It's going to be 1st down nonetheless for the Mustangs. Clock's running. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Mustangs at the Red Devil 5. Here's the snap. Up the middle it's going to go. Not enough of a push to get it into the end zone, though, I don't think. Going to be a little shy. Cole Wilkinson out there on the stop. So he didn't get in there, and they'll have to run another play. Second and goal for the Mustangs. Here's Turner. Turner's got Gillis in the backfield with him. Gillis tries to turn the corner, but he's brought down there by the Red Devil defense on the far side of the field. So the Red Devils keep him out that time, and hoping their goal line defense is working hard out there. So third down and goal for the Mustangs at the Red Devil 4. Turner takes a look at the Mustang sideline for the play. Now they turn and get ready to go. Gillis in the backfield right by Turner. Turner back to pass. Roses throws to the far side, and it's going to be complete, but a yard shy of the end zone. Kyler Wagstaff, Bruce Lester over there defensively for the Red Devils. And I think they're going to say it's going to be first down. No, fourth and goal. Kind of hard to spot with all the glare here. Now here come the Mustangs. Turner up under center. Here's Turner. Fourth and goal. It's going to be Gillis. Gillis is in for the touchdown for the Mustangs. So Gillis gets his second touchdown of the night. With 4:12 to go here in the quarter, Mustangs go up 23-0, and Wilson will attempt the PAT. Turner will hold, and Wilson will kick. Here's the kick. It's up on the way, and it is good. So the Mustangs go up over our Evanston Red Devils 24-0 on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM, and you can watch it live online now at k-9radio.com.
This time of year, the weather can change from minute to minute. The team at Plains Pipeline encourages you to focus on safe driving. Slow down. Look for children who may be walking to or from school. Make sure you have supplies in your car, like a blanket, water, and emergency food in case of road closures or unexpected storms. Plains Pipeline LP of Evanston also reminds you to always call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. It's the law. Plus, it could save your life.
We welcome you back, and the Mustangs lead it 24-0 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Wilson to kick it off again for the Mustangs. And your kickoff being brought to you by SOS Employment Group, uniting talent with opportunity. Kicks away. Here comes Bruce Lester from the 12. He's up inside at the 20. Still on his feet, and he's going to be drugged down about the 24-yard line. And that's where the Red Devils will go to work. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. And we have an injury out there now. It's one of the Evanston Red Devils is down, so they'll take a knee, and it's time now for an official's timeout. We got a moment or two to pass some things along to you. Each one of these teams are coming into this game at 2-2 on the season, but Natrona leads it 24-0 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Two new number ones in the prep poll at the top of the polls, and we'll tell you about that as they work to attend to the injured player out there, the injured Red Devil. Two new number ones have reached the top of the polls heading into the halfway point of the season. The first cold blast of the season is right now scheduled to arrive. Well, it's here, folks. Probably a couple of weeks ahead of time. Now there's going to be an ambulance brought out for the injured person out there, for the injured Red Devils. The Camels claim the number one spot in the Class 4A. Sheridan climbs up to number 2 after pulling off a stunning surprise against former number 1 East. The Energy Bowl rivals need to focus on the next game and the weather before they can turn their attention to each other next week. The Thunderbirds drop to 3. Natrona drops to 4, while Central remains at number 5. All 5 ranked teams this week play unranked competition. Let's take a timeout here. This injury timeout. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM, and you can watch it live online at k-9radio.com.
Precious time cannot be recovered once lost, said the famous Jack Sparrow. Don't lose time driving extra miles when the dental services you need are available right here in Evanston. Do you need a root canal? Do you need your wisdom teeth pulled? Are you missing teeth or want a full and perfect smile? Do you need braces? All of these services are available from our specialists right here in Evanston. This is endodontist Les Walker inviting you to join me and my associates. Call today to schedule an appointment at 307-789-5608. That's 307-789-5608. Save your precious time.
We welcome you back as we await at an injury timeout. Can't see which one of the Evanston Red Devils was injured. Looking now at the rankings in the Class 3A, it's Powell, Douglas, and everyone else. The Panthers claim all but the one first-place vote, which went to the Bearcats. Cody moves back up to 3rd by just 2 votes ahead of Star Valley. Jackson cracks the polls for the first time in a long time, as the Bronx are now number 5. Conference play in 3A starts this week. The game of note has number 5 Jackson at number 1 Powell. 6 teams got first-place votes in the Class 2A. After last week's shake-up on top, Mountain View is now the team with the bullseye on their back. Burns impressed enough voters with their win against then number 1 Bighorn that they would climb up to 2, while Lovell would hold in at number 3. After polls, but held to number 5, there are 2 huge matchups this weekend featuring undefeated versus undefeated. Number 3 Lovell travels to number 1 Mountain View, while unranked Glenrock plays at number 4 Wheatland. Some have questions who have the Herders played so far, but they have their chance this week to prove themselves. Only 6 teams got votes in the Class 1A, and they're all ranked, which means there's a tie somewhere along the line. The top 3 are unchanged with Cokeville, Luskin, and Upton Sundance. Southeast finally scored and got their first win of the season, which was enough to bump them up to number 4. Lingle Fort Laramie dropped to 5 after last week. Shutout lost to Lusk, and they have to share the ranking with Rocky Mountain. This is the second of 2 weeks where it's East versus West. Cokeville visits Eastern Wyoming for the first time in a long time as they travel to Dogger Country for a Saturday game. The matchup that 6-man fans have been waiting for this week, it's number 2 Matitsi at number 1 DuBois. Seth Bennett versus Sterling Baker. Number 3 Midwest is waiting to climb over the loser in the rankings. Maybe Hewlett holds at number 4 this week, and KC is at number 5. The latter 2 teams will duke it out on Saturday in Buckaroo Country. And we're still in an injury timeout as we got an injured Red Devil out there, and they're just being extra cautious here to make sure that he's attended to in a manner which will keep him from getting hurt any worse than he is. And the injured Red Devil out there is not on the roster that I could see. Keep in mind, these are from stats submitted by schools around the state. There are some schools that do not submit information, therefore they are not included in peak preps. Rushing, Landon Bradshaw of Lyman ran 34 times for 262 yards in a 6-point loss to Lovell last week. He scored twice. Douglas senior Sterling Baker wrapped up 250 rushing yards on only 14 carries and scored 3 times. He also assisted a couple of other scores as he helped out. Austin Quinn of Guernsey ran for 247 on only 9 carries and scored 5 times in a 90-point Viking offensive performance. Tyler Cornwell of Thermopolis ran for 245 on 30 carries and scored twice, while things went on there in the rushing games for these teams. Let's see, passing game, Sheridan's Cameron Eckert went 11 for 22 for 284 yards and 3 TDs in the Bronx 42-21 win over number 1 East. Royce Mercer of Riverside tossed 17 of 33 passes for 251 yards, while Calder Forcella of Grable was 17 of 24 for 226 yards and 3 TDs. Trevor Williamson of Wyoming Indian was 9 of 15 for 214 yards and 5 touchdowns. Sterling Baker of Du Bois hit of 7 of 9 for 214 yards and 5 TDs. Receiving on the stats, looks like this. Nick Gill of Sheridan caught 4 passes for 165 yards and a touchdown. Rowan Hawk of Du Bois caught 4 for 130 yards and a score. Tucker McKim of Riverside caught 9 passes for 125 yards. And Kyle Wright of Pinedale caught 7 for 117 yards and 2 scores. Caleb Flake of Mountain View caught 7 passes for 116 yards and 2 scores. On the defensive side of the ball, Peter John Bennett had a monster defensive game for KC versus NSI. He scored 66 points with 24 tackles, 8 for loss and 3 sacks, 1 punt block and a fumble recovery. Now that's a great effort there, folks. Sterling Baker scored, went on to get to 13 solo tackles, a punt block, 2 fumble recoveries, and an interception. There's another great defensive performance for you. Dean Koch of KC had 35 defensive points, while Mason Lube of Bighorn, Lindworm of Lander, and Nathan Moore of Du Bois all had 33 points. 4A's best defensive game came from Derek Mattinson of Rock Springs with 29 defensive points. Okay, Bruce Lester, the injured Red Devil, and they'll load him up in the ambulance and take him for a look-see over at the emergency room at Evanston Regional Hospital. As we continue to look at things through this injury timeout, your peak preps scoring, Seth Bennett of Meeteetse scored 54 points for the Longhorns. Cannon Simmons of Rocky Mountain scored 30, while Theo Dawson of Jackson scored 22. Now we're about ready to get back underway again. Natrona's back out on the field, and boy, it's starting to get a little nippy out here. Whew. But Bruce Lester loaded on to the ambulance. He took that hit after taking the kickoff, and they'll load him up and go over to the hospital and check him out. Great game. Sterling Barker of Du Bois, 7 of 9 passing for 187 yards, 14 rushes for 250 yards, accounted for 5 TDs on offense, added 132 yards in KO kick returns and a score. Also added 43 defensive points with 13 solo tackles, a punt block, 2 fumble recoveries, and an interception. Cannon Simmons of Rocky Mountain, 15 rushes for 198 yards and 3 TDs. He caught 2 passes for 60 yards and a touchdown. He also scored a defensive touchdown. Austin Matthews of Douglas, 9 carries for 114 yards and a TD. He was 7 of 16 passing for 160 yards and 2 scores. Now the teams will get a minute or two to get things reworked out or warmed up or whatever they need to do, and we'll be back to the action before you know it. We're in the middle of an injury timeout. We've got 4:06 to go here in the second quarter, and the Mustangs leading the Red Devils by the score of 24-0. It's turning out to be a chilly night here in Evanston. We're at K. Fackrell Field, home of the Evanston Red Devils. Don't know if there's any cloud cover or not. Partly cloudy skies, we'll call it. The lights are on. The field's in great condition. The only thing that's not so great at this point is the Mustangs are up over our Evanston Red Devils by the score of 24-0 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. And the Red Devils coming out to go to work now. They'll have the ball at the 25-yard line. First down, well, it's shy of the 25 at the 24. First down and 10 for the Red Devils. Wagstaff into the Red Devil huddle now. They'll have it first and 10 from their own 24. Alec Johnson splits out to this near side as Kyler Wagstaff back in the shotgun formation. And we're back underway with high school football. Wagstaff takes the snap. It's going to go to Peterson. Peterson's not going to get far. Back to the line of scrimmage, if that. So we'll call it second down and 10. Out there on the stop, Matt Shore, the 6'7", 277-pound defensive lineman. That's a big body to hit you if you're a running back, 277 pounds. It's going to be a loss of a yard. The ball at the 23 now for the Red Devils. That's at the Red Devil 23 is Wagstaff. Back in that shotgun formation again for the Evanston Red Devils. He'll take the snap. Back to pass. Fake to Hiram Peterson. Wagstaff's going to have to hurry because the defense is there, and he's ran and whacked out of bounds by the big guy out there. It's Tavin Bryan. He's 6'5", 249-pound defensive lineman. Woo. Welcome to Evanston, University of Natrona. 25 is where the ball's going to be spotted. The Red Devil 25. It's going to be a penalty on the defense. Either an encroachment or an offsides. Didn't see what for sure and didn't see the indication from the official. So the Red Devils will get some bonus yardage. It's going to be a hold because they're marking off 10. All the way up to the 33-yard line for the Red Devils. They'll go to work at their own 33. 3:20 to go, second quarter. The Mustangs lead it 24-0 on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. And here come the Red Devils from their own 33-yard line. First down and 10 after that hold on the Mustangs. Wagstaff back in that shotgun formation. Here's Hiram Peterson. Peterson nowhere to go as he's hit out there by Lance Ferguson, 6'3", 220 pounds for the Mustangs. Clock's under 3 minutes to go, second quarter. Mustangs still leading it, 24-0 on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. A loss on the play. Ball all the way back to the 31. So it's going to be third and a few for the Red Devils at their own 31-yard line. Wagstaff takes the snap, pitches it outside. First down yardage and more for the Red Devils. Hiram Peterson battling for yardage out there, and they're going to knock him backwards. Out there on the stop, Brown for the Mustangs. Stephen Brown makes the stop out there. And it's going to be first and 10 for the Red Devils at their own 39. Or make it at the 38, so a 7-yard pickup on that previous play for the Red Devils. And we've got 2:10 to go in the second quarter. And this first down being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs. First and 10 for the Red Devils at their own 38. Wagstaff back in the shotgun formation. Awaits the snap. Now he's going to roll out. Here comes the rush. Look out, Wagstaff. He's going to be sacked. Big-time sack out there by Colton Jorgensen at 6'2", 205 pounds from his linebacker position for the Natrona Mustangs. That's going to stop the clock. 1:39 to go. Ball all the way back down inside the 30 at the Red Devil 26-yard line, where it'll be a timeout called. So with that timeout, we'll take a break. Why not? You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on the Big Dog in Country, KNYN 99.1 FM, and online at k-9radio.com.
When we say Chad's can fix it, we mean Chad's can fix it. When your vehicle needs to be repaired or serviced, Chad's Automotive is the best place to take it. With over 20 years in the business, Chad has the experience you want your mechanic to have. At Chad's Automotive, repairs are done right the first time. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Stop on by Chad's Automotive in Evanston. They can fix it. Call today for an appointment at 307-789-8263. That's Chad's Automotive, 789-8263.
Red Devils. Here's Wagstaff taking the snap. Here comes the big rush. Tipped up in the air and intercepted by the Mustangs. And there's a big interception out there by one of the big defensive linemen. And I believe coming up with that interception is going to be Matt Schroer or Tavin Bryan. Bryan will get that interception. It was tipped up in the air after Wagstaff threw it. Bryant happened to be there and gets the interception. First and goal now for the Mustangs, as we've got 1:32 to go in the second quarter. Ball on the Red Devil 9-yard line, and that's where the Mustangs will go to work. First and goal for the Mustangs at the Red Devil 9. Here's Turner. Turner back to take the snap. Turner takes the snap. It's going to go outside to Brown. Brown still on his feet down near the 1-yard line before he's tripped up there by the Evanston defense. Miles Piper on the stop for the Red Devils. Second and goal from the 1 for the Mustangs. Turner takes a look over there to the Mustangs sidelines. He's got Brown in at running back. Wilson split out to the far side for the Mustangs. Over here on the near side, split outs, Chase Anderson and Turner will await the snap in the shotgun formation for the Mustangs. He'll take the snap. It's going to be Brown. Brown up inside. Touchdown, Natrona Mustangs. So Brown gets a touchdown. Goes from a yard. Goes 1 yard for the touchdown here in the second quarter with just 40 seconds left on the clock. So the Mustangs now lead it 30-0. And Wilson will be in to add the PAT. And Turner to hold as Wilson attempts the PAT for the Mustangs. Kicks up on the way. It is good, and it's a 31-0 lead for the Mustangs on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. We'll keep it right here with, let's see, 48 seconds to go here in the second quarter, as the Mustangs now leading it 31-0 on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Brown scampers for 1 yard, and then Wilson adds the PAT, and it's now a 31-0 lead for the Mustangs. Now the special teams taking the field. Wilson again to kick it away for the Red Devils. Hiram Peterson on one side for the Red Devils. And here comes the kick, being brought to you by SOS Employment Group. Not going to be a long kick, and the return is up to about the 23 before the Mustangs special teams are all over them. So 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. We'll see where the official spots the football. Right about the 21-yard line for the Red Devils, and that's where they'll go to work. 1st and 10 with 42 seconds to go, second quarter. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. They're at their own 21-yard line. Ian Fisher comes out wide to this near side. Here's Wagstaff. Wagstaff again back in that shotgun formation. It's going to go right up the middle. There's Hiram Peterson. He's up across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. So a pickup of 6 yards there on that play by Hiram Peterson of the Red Devils. Clock's moving. Well, it stopped at 32 seconds, and a timeout called by the Evanston Red Devils, I believe. They want to see what they can do to get this thing down the field. 32 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. A 31-0 lead for the Natrona Mustangs. They got their last touchdown after an interception, a tip ball, and then an interception by Tavin Bryan. And he went and scampered near the end zone. Then Brown took it for a yard and a touchdown. Wilson added the PAT. And thus, with about 32 seconds to go, second quarter, the Mustangs are leading the Red Devils on the Callis Snap Auto Parts scoreboard, 31-0. It's a chilly Friday night, but boy, the fans are here to support the Evanston Red Devils. The bleachers are filled. They've got people standing on the upper deck out to my right. They're probably standing on the upper deck out to my left. So great support for Evanston Red Devil football from the community. And here come the Red Devils. Here's Wagstaff again to take the snap. Fakes it to Hiram Peterson. No, it's going to be Peterson on the carry all the way up to the 39. So Peterson gets a big gainer there before he's corralled out there by Colton Jorgensen, the 6'2 linebacker for the Mustangs. All the way up to the 39 goes Hiram Peterson. Alec Johnson now comes out. 17 seconds to go here in the quarter. Here now come the Red Devils from their own 39-yard line. Wagstaff back in the shotgun formation now for the Red Devils. Oh, the snap went high, and that's going to mean trouble for Wagstaff, and he's going to be sacked. Out there to make that stop, and the sack is Tavin Bryan, the 6'5", 249-pound defensive lineman, and that's going to wrap up the first half. So, a penalty flag, and I didn't even see it go up because of the glare, I guess, to the glass. So a hold on the offense against the Red Devils, and the half can't end on a penalty, or maybe it can, as Natrona's headed to the locker room already, as are the Red Devils. So that'll wrap up the second quarter, and it's halftime coming up. Boy, we've got the scoreboard and much more, and we'll talk to Coach Dave Christensen. Well, at the half, the score on the Callis Snap Auto Parts scoreboard, 31-0 for the Natrona Mustangs. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on the Big Dog in Country, KNYN 99.1 FM. And you can watch the game online at k-9radio.com.
When we say Chad's can fix it, we mean Chad's can fix it. When your vehicle needs to be repaired or serviced, Chad's Automotive is the best place to take it. With over 20 years in the business, Chad has the experience you want your mechanic to have. At Chad's Automotive, repairs are done right the first time. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Stop on by Chad's Automotive in Evanston. They can fix it. Call today for an appointment at 307-789-8263. That's Chad's Automotive, 789-8263. The Weight of the Nation is a 4-part documentary series focusing on families and individuals struggling with obesity. This educational series will be held at the UNFOC's #1 Education Center. Part 1 will run on October 9th, Consequences. Part 2 on October 23rd, Choices. Part 3 on November 6th, Children in Crisis. And Part 4 on November 20th, Challenges. Come and learn what you can do to combat this national crisis in our community. Register today at 307-789-5742.
It's time for the pre-winter checkup special.
Big O Tires, we go the extra mile, revving up the service to make you smile. We're in the business of customer pleasing, all the right service for all the right reasons.
Receive an oil change, 22-point inspection, brake check, and tire rotation for just $59.99. Big O Tires in Evanston, 607 Cheyenne Drive.
Long lines and slow traffic. Gas prices on the rise? Save yourself a trip to the big city by stopping first at Cowboy Motor Company. You no longer have to get out of Dodge to find the best deals on vehicles. Cowboy Motor Company has them in stock. Expanding inventory and plenty of money available for lending, you can now get into Dodge at Cowboy Motor Company. Strength, honesty, and integrity. The Cowboy Way. Cowboy Motor Company, 100 Wasatch Road in
Welcome
Evanston.
to the halftime show, brought to you by The Scoop. You do the picking, let your tongue do the licking. We'll be back with the first half highlights right after this.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Satisfy your sweet tooth today at The Scoop, offering 32 flavors of ice cream, milkshakes, malts, banana splits, brownie sundaes, and handmade waffle cones. Starting in September, we will introduce homemade pies, specialty sundaes, specialty shakes, and awesome daily specials. Something for everyone. Open 7 days a week, located at the corner of 10th and Main in downtown Evanston.
You do the picking, let your tongue do the licking at The Scoop.
We welcome you back. Let's take a look at some highlights from that first half. At the half, it's a 31-0 lead for the Natrona Mustangs on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Evanston received the opening kick. They went 3 downs and out. And then the Natrona Mustangs went to work 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Well, it took 2 plays and 2 runs by Brad Gillis. One went for 43, the other went for 5, and then they score a touchdown and add the PAT. That was in the first quarter with 10:18 to play, so they scored right away. Then later in that first quarter, Wilson came in. That's, of course, Logan Wilson, and Wilson got the 24-yard field goal. At that point, it was 10-0 for the Mustangs. Then as time went on, the Mustangs went on to get another touchdown. Wynn went a yard for the touchdown, and then the PAT was added by Wilson. At that point, 17-0 for the Mustangs. Then Gillis went right back to work for his second touchdown, and that went for, I believe, 5 yards or so. The PAT was added by Wilson at that point, 24-0. And then with 40 seconds to go, after a tip ball and an interception by Tavin Bryan, the Mustangs got another touchdown, a 1-yard run by Brown, and that is where we're at. The Wilson adds the PAT following, and we're at the half, and it's a 31-0 lead for the Mustangs. You're listening to the halftime show brought to you by The Scoop. You do the picking, let your tongue do the licking. And coming up, we'll have more. Our students in the classroom. Today we visit with a couple of students we've got here on the program.
Mark Ainsworth with Red Devils in the classroom during our football broadcast. We've got Nicole Gerard and Dylan Gilpin here. We'll start over here with Nicole. First off, we'll talk a little bit about the cross-country program. Your thoughts on your participation this year and how you've done?
Well, we have a pretty big team, and I'm really proud of us, and I'm proud of the girls. I think that we have a good girls team.
And how have you done personally?
I've done all right.
Just all right?
Yeah, I guess I do pretty good.
Well, good. Now, switching things from the cross-country program to in the classroom, if you're not eligible and keeping your grades up, you're not going to be able to participate in athletics, right?
Yeah.
Talk about some of your classes you have this year.
I'm in calculus and physics, and then just history and English, and then I have CSB.
Do you have a favorite class at this point of the year?
Probably physics. I don't know.
Now, you got some big meets coming up. You got to be excited about that.
Yeah, I'm excited for the rest of the season. Yeah.
Right. And now we go over to Dylan Gilpin and talk to Dylan a little bit about the cross-country seasons. So far, you guys have done pretty well.
Yeah, I think we've done really well as a team so far, and we've made some big gains this season and stepped up our reputation for our high school.
Okay. How's that run down in Heber City the other day?
I thought it was pretty good. There was some pretty stiff competition from Utah that we got to look up against, and it was a good race, good meet.
Now let's run into the classroom, so to speak. Some of the classes you're taking this year.
I've got some harder classes this this year, AP history and trig, but my favorite classes are CSB and seminary. I like all my teachers. And
Well, you're a junior this year? You got to think about graduation ahead next year, so you got to get into the important classes.
It's pretty important to take those advanced classes and get a good college application going. So.
All right, there we go with the Red Devils in the classroom. Thanks, guys.
All right, this has been Students in the Classroom featuring Nicole Girard and Dylan Gilpin. Next on the Scoop Halftime Show, we visit with University of Wyoming head football coach Dave Christensen. Brought to you by Superior Rental and the Gun Room inside Superior Rental, your local steel dealer. We'll be back with Coach Dave Christensen right after this. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and watch it online live at k-9radio.com.
It's time to get ready for hunting season. Get the biggest discounts that have ever been offered at Superior Rental on all Leopold products, including scopes, binoculars, and more. Right now, all guns in the gun room inside Superior Rental are discounted 10% or more. Superior Rental and the gun room inside Superior Rental, your hunting headquarters. Come in today, 1167 Highway 89 North in Evanston.
Coach, as we get our interview underway today, your thoughts on that targeting rule? Is it good for the game? Is it bad for the game? Just your overall thoughts on that.
If you're going to watch the video and evaluate it and you make the right call, it helps. If you still make the wrong call, I don't think it's very good. I think the intent of what they're trying to do is good for the game and to protect the players, no question.
Your quarterback, Brett Smith, has been named the Mountain West Conference Player of the Week, gaining a lot of national attention after that Air Force matchup. Talk about your quarterback.
I thought Brett did a fantastic job of going out and executing our offense as far as going through his progressions, his read, doing the things that it takes to run the offense. He was spot on Saturday night, and I think Brett would be the first to tell you that the 10 guys around him also got, their jobs done and enabled him to have the success that he had. He certainly played at an extremely high level.
The Cowboy offense was clicking on all cylinders against the Air Force Academy, Coach. Is that about as efficiently as the Cowboy offense has run since you've been there?
Absolutely. I mean, I know it's the most points, and had we not had that one fumble, it might have been 8 or 9 straight series where we scored. So can't do much better than that, I don't think.
The Cowboys really got rolling against the Air Force Academy Falcons. Would you rather stay in conference play? I know your next game's against Texas State this weekend. Talk about that just a little bit, if you would, Coach. And do you feel the Cowboys will lose that edge?
Oh, that thought's never crossed my mind. We've got another game this week. We don't control the schedule. I don't think our kids focus on those type of things. We know this, that we have an important football game this week. We have an opportunity to go 4-1 going into a bye week before we get back into conference play. Our focus is on us, preparing the same way we prepared a week ago, having great focus like we had a week ago, and going out and executing on both sides of the football and in the kicking game. And that's where our focus is at. We don't play too much into if it's a conference game, non-conference game. It's the next game on our schedule. And, I think our kids will be ready to play on Saturday.
Early on in the game against the Air Force Academy, Coach, I feel Eddie Yarborough got the Cowboys going with great defensive play, and he was all over the field. Your thoughts and comments on his play?
Eddie's been playing at a very high level for us, very consistent, has a great motor, very productive on the defensive side of the football, and I think he's having an outstanding year.
Talking about Eddie Yarborough, Coach, he's playing so well, and he's just a sophomore. I'd imagine he's got things to learn, but he's playing well.
Well, he's gifted with, some talent, obviously, size and speed, but the one thing he has that most great defensive players have is he's got an unbelievable motor, and he goes 110 miles an hour every single snap, and that's why he has the success that he's having, and that's why he's difficult to deal with if you're an offensive coach.
You played Texas State Saturday, Coach. Going into the game, what do you know about those guys?
Well, I know athletically they'll be probably the second best team that we've seen up to this point in time. Certainly they don't have probably Nebraska's skill, but they were here 2 years ago. We played them. They had a great looking football team. They've been in the Francione's been in the program now a few years, and so he's been able to develop some guys and recruit his guys. So they're a much improved football team. They're athletic, they're physical. I think it'll be a great test for us.
Coach, you run the Cowboy offense quite fast, and then Texas State, they're
almost dead last in how fast they run their offense. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is. But again, to me, I think that stat of possession, most overrated stat in the world. Although I was surprised that we had the ball as much as we did last week.
Do you think that stat's overrated?
Well, because in my eyes, all that matters is scoring. Doesn't matter how long you have the football. I mean, you can, Air Force had the ball longer than us, and they scored 23 points. So I think that proves the point right there. We had the ball less than them, we scored 56. Time of possession doesn't mean a lot if you're playing somebody that can score. I guess maybe it meant that didn't hold the balls on, we could have scored 70-something. I don't know. That's what I see by it.
Air Force in the past has ran that triple option. They're on a new offense, of course, now. So was that a factor in how tough they are to prepare for?
I still think they're difficult to prepare for because they have the element of the option, but then they're doing a number of other things. And they made some adjustments the first two series of some things that we had to adjust to for alignment, assignment, those type of things. And they're good at doing that, so they present a lot. But I still think there's we still think they're a difficult team to prepare for with as many different things as they're capable of doing.
Coach, is that triple option offense that Air Force used to run more difficult to prepare for?
That's hard to say. I'm not on that side of the ball. I know this. We've done well every year I've been here against them. They've all been close games until this year, and defensively, I think we've always played fairly well against them. This year they scored more points, I think, than they have. Other than last year, I guess maybe they scored a couple more points, but that's hard for me to say. I don't really know if that's necessarily true or not.
I know we talked about this a little bit earlier, but going back to the conference suspending NAMI, if a flag isn't thrown during a ball game, should the conference go back and say, we saw this and that's what we're going to do?
I hope so, because I sent 2 plays in this afternoon that I want them to review on them. Because we had 2 plays just like that we were hit, and so I'm waiting to hear their response on those 2 plays.
There's our weekly visit with Wyoming football coach Dave Christensen. Thanks, Coach. Our visit with Coach Dave Christensen of the Wyoming Cowboys on the Scoop Halftime Show has been brought to you by Superior Rental and the Gun Room inside Superior Rental, your local steel dealer. We're getting ready for third quarter action. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM. And you can now watch the game live online at k-9radio.com.
It doesn't matter how large or small your business is. When considering copiers, fax machines, scanners, and other office equipment, call Mountain West Business Solutions first. George Wynn, CEO at Evanston Regional Hospital, had this to say.
With Mountain West Business Solutions, the copiers that we have now, they're very reliable machines. They've done a great job for us, and the rare times when they do have a malfunction, Randy and his people are in here quickly, and they come and service the machines very efficiently. We're very grateful to have Randy Barker and Mountain West Business Solutions as our business partners.
Call Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
Hunters, you could win a $3,000 gift certificate to Sports World by winning first place in the Big Buck Contest. Sports World certificates for second and third place, too. Stop by Castle Rock Chevrolet for details. Before you head to the hills, have Castle Rock change your oil and give your vehicle a multi-point inspection. And when you're hunting for a new car or truck, then stock the lot at Castle Rock. We're Castle Rock. A $3,000 prize for first place, the Big Buck Contest at Castle Rock Chevrolet. CastleRockChevy.com.
Everyone knows that a smile is contagious. Research has even shown that a smile can make us appear more attractive to others, lift our moods, and even lengthen our lives. If you don't like the smile because of the condition of your teeth, we can help you gain the confidence and happiness that comes from a fabulous smile. This is Tracy Cornea at Bear River Dental. Call us today at 307-789-5608 and mention this ad for a free consultation to discuss how to create the dazzling smile you've always dreamed of. Call 307-789-5608 and have a beautiful smile today.
This is Matthew Rex, owner of T-Bar S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. We do free estimates on all makes and models of vehicles. We even do estimates on semis and motorhomes. We can do some work on motorcycles as well. Part of that estimating process will take care of all your insurance filing claims. take all the pain out of that process for you. Estimating process takes about 10 minutes, so it's very quick and easy. You don't need to take a whole lot of time out of your day to get them done. We guarantee all of our work. When we're working on your vehicle, we treat it just like we're working on our own vehicle, so you know that it's very well taken care of. You'll be happy you came to us.
Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar S Body Shop, Evanston, Wyoming.
We welcome you back. Let's recap some of the first half stats and what went on. Well, scoring came first by Natrona after a 3 downs and out by the Evanston Red Devils, as Brad Gillis got 2 carries for 48 yards and a touchdown. The first one went 43 yards. The next one went 5 yards, and that 5 yards was good for a touchdown for Brad Gillis. Then Logan Wilson came on and added the PAT. At that point, with 10:18 to go in the first quarter, it was a 7-0 lead for the Natrona Mustangs. Then later on in the quarter, Logan Wilson came out and hit a 24-yard field goal. At that point, it was a 10-0 lead for the Mustangs. And then in the second quarter, Jeffrey Wynn went 1 yard for the Natrona Mustang touchdown. And Logan Wilson added the PAT. 17-0 at that point for the Mustangs. Then Brad Gillis got a touchdown run with 4:12 to go in the second quarter. Logan Wilson added the PAT. It was good. Then after an interception, Brown went from a yard out for the touchdown. Wilson again added the PAT. So that's where we stand at the half. It's a 31-0 lead for the Natrona Mustangs on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Looking now at matchups for today, as we got a few minutes before things get underway. Cheyenne South's at number 1, Gillette. Rock Springs is at number 2, Sheridan. Cheyenne East is at Kelly Walsh. This is in the Class 4A, of course. Natrona visiting us here at Evanston. And Laramie's at Cheyenne Central. Cheyenne Central at number 5. That's the matchup there. In the Class 3A, number 5, Jackson's at number 1, Powell. Also looking down the list in the Class 3A, number 2, Douglas is at Buffalo to play the Bison. The Green River Wolves go on the road and play at number 3, Cody. Number 4, Star Valley will be at Worland for a 6 o'clock start. Riverton will be at Rollins, and Torrington will be at Lander. That's in the Class 3A. In the Class 2A, number 3, Lovell will be at number 1, Mountain View. That one's a completed game by now. It got started at 3:30 this afternoon. Burns is at Newcastle for a start this evening. Glenrock's at number 4, Wheatland in the Class 2A. Wright is at number 5, Bighorn. That one's also complete. Don't have a final on that one. Then Big Piney at Lyman, and that one's complete now. Don't have a final there. Then tonight, Kemmer at Thermopolis. Morkaloff played over at Tongue River this afternoon. And Pinedale was up at Grable, and they still are. They got underway at about 6 o'clock. Class 1A 11-man looks like this. Lusk is at Riverside. And now other 1A 11-man games. Burlington at number 3, Upton Sundance. That one's completed. No final score on that one. At least I don't have one anyway. Wind River at number 4, Southeast. That one's complete. And Pine Bluffs at Shoshone. That one's still in midstream, I guess. Class 1A 6-man. Class 1A 6-man football is fun to watch. It's like a basketball game on a football field. In the Class 1A 6-man, Matizzi at Du Bois. That one's complete now. No score. I apologize for that. Number 3, Midwest is at Hannah Elk Mountain. That one should be complete. Looking at other matchups, in the Class 1A 6-man, Guernsey Sunrise at Farson Eden. St. Stephen's played at Little Snake River. Saratoga was over at Normative Services in Sheridan this afternoon. And Tin Sleep's playing over at Wyoming Indian in Ethody at 7 o'clock. So that got underway about the same time this one did. In the Class 1A 11-man, tomorrow, number 1, Cokeville will be at number 5, Lingle Fort Laramie. And tomorrow, 1A 6-man, number 4, Hewlett, will be at number 5, KC. We're at the half, getting ready for the third quarter. It's a 31-0 lead for the Natrona Mustangs on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. This is homecoming 2013 for our Evanston Red Devils. Red Devils will kick away to the Mustangs to get the third quarter underway. Your kickoffs, of course, being brought to you by SOS Employment Group, uniting talent with opportunity. Our first downs being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs. Scoreboard sponsor, Callis and Napa Auto Parts. And we're about ready to get underway with the third quarter kickoff. Red Devils will tee it off and kick it off to the Mustangs. Looks like Brown back deep on the one side, and he's the only one really back deep for the Mustangs. He's ready to go, and here we go. Your second half, third quarter kickoff being brought to you by SOS Employment Group, uniting talent with opportunity, and it's going to go short. So the Mustangs will go to work first and 10, right about their own 49-yard line, and if you're the Evanston Red Devils, you don't want to give the Natrona Mustangs field position, which would happen there, and the Mustangs will go to work first and 10 from their own 49-yard line as we're underway for third quarter action. Getting things underway in this third quarter, 31-0 lead for the Mustangs on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Here now come the Mustangs. Sam Turner back in the shotgun formation. Turner awaits the snap, and there's going to be a penalty or something there. Either a delay or an offsides call on the Mustangs. So they'll back it up 5, and it'll go back to the Mustang 44. And the Mustangs go to work now. First and 15 from their own 44-yard line. Turner back in the shotgun formation. Here's Turner. He takes the snap. He's got the football on the quarterback keeper. He's still on his feet. Finally brought down there by Alec Johnson. Johnson had a little help by Caleb Early and Cole Wilkinson. So big yardage on first down for the Mustangs. They're up across the 50 at the Red Devil 46-yard line. With second down and 7 after a pickup of 10 by Turner. Turner again back in the shotgun formation now for the Mustangs. He'll take the snap. He'll drop back to pass. He's got a receiver. It's going to go incomplete. He looked at the short receiver going to the left, and it's going to fall incomplete, and the Mustangs will hurry and get right back to the line of scrimmage and go to work. We're underway, third quarter action, 11:21 to go, and a 31-0 lead for the Mustangs on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Turner sends 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near, back in the shotgun formation. Here's Turner to take the snap to Brown. Brown around the left side, still on his feet, finally wrestled down by the Red Devil defense. Cole Wilkinson making the initial hit. And Batiste Covolo also in there on the stop. It's going to be fourth down and 3 now for the Mustangs. They'll go to work from the Red Devil 44-yard line as we work in the third quarter. Now they'll split receivers over here to the near side of the field as they wait the play call. Logan Wilson split to the near side. Wide out. And here's the snap. Turner, and it's going to be incomplete. Great coverage out there for the Red Devil defense. And that means the Mustangs turn it over on downs. And the Red Devils go to work first and 10 from their own 44. 10:35 to go here in the third quarter. So the Red Devils take over on downs. They're at their own 44-yard line, and we'll see if they can get something going. Hopefully they will. Now Wagstaff. Oh, it's going to be Alec Johnson at quarterback now for the Red Devils. So Johnson will come in for Wagstaff at the quarterback. Hiram Peterson stands next to him as the Red Devils go to work with their first offensive possession of this quarter. It's going to go outside. Wow, what a big run out there by Hiram Peterson. And the quarterback keeper, Alec Johnson, on the carry. Got big yardage, 7 or 8 there. And maybe even 9. He's all the way up across midfield and down to the Mustang 48-yard line. Be 2nd and 2 now for the Red Devils at the Mustang 48. Here now is Alec Johnson. Johnson back in the shotgun formation with 3 backs right behind him, showing an old look. Here up front comes Peterson, Hiram Peterson. He's got first down yardage, and out there on the stop making that initial hit is going to be Josh Hushman, the 6'4", 185-pound linebacker for the Mustangs. 9:48 to go here in the third quarter. 31-0 the lead on the Calais and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard for the Mustangs. Up to the line of scrimmage come the Red Devils. Johnson back in the shotgun formation with the back right behind him. It's going to go right up the middle. Here we go. Hiram Peterson. He's battling for yardage. Out of the 20. Escapes the tackle and finally brought down out there by Josh Harshman. So a big run there for the Red Devils. 1st and goal, I think. No, he's not quite close enough. He's right about the 12-yard line of the Mustangs, but nonetheless, a great run out there by Hiram Peterson of the Red Devils. 9:19 to go as we work in the third quarter. This first down being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs. Here come the Red Devils. Alec Johnson. He's got Will Kishpaw behind him in the backfield. Oh, Kishpaw is going to be tackled just right as he takes the handoff from Alec Johnson. Heads up play there for the Mustang defense. That's going to be Gillis making that stop. And there's going to be a tackle for a loss. They're all the way back to the Mustang 19-yard line. Will they have it 2nd down and a long 15 after a 5-yard loss. And the Red Devils going right back to work. They send 2 receivers to this near side. Well, they're going to go with 3 now. 2 to one side and 2 to the other. A little bit of confusion there for the Red Devil offense. Alec Johnson stands in there to take the snap in the shotgun formation. Hiram Peterson, the running back there. And whoa, here come the Mustangs right across the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be Brad Gillis, the 195-pound linebacker. He crossed the line when he should have been back there. Gillis kind of getting started a little soon. So they'll mark off the penalty yardage. That'll bring Evanston down inside the 15 to the Mustang 14-yard line with 8:03 to go here in the third quarter. 31-0 the lead for the Mustangs on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Here's Johnson. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it, try to get around outside, and he's not going to be able to do so. Over there hustling to bring him down is going to be Stevan Brown of the Mustang defense. And, boy, Johnson just couldn't escape that tackle. That'll stop the clock. And the Red Devils will go back to their huddle. And there's going to be another play run for the Red Devils. Ball at the Mustang 14-yard line for the Red Devils. 2nd down and 10 with 7:47. And it's going to be a procedure call on the offense. It's going to be declined by the Mustangs. So we'll see what the Red Devils do here as we work in the third quarter.
With Wells Fargo Mobile Deposit, you can deposit a check virtually anytime, anywhere.
You can do it in a coffee shop.
They had me fooled, but they didn't have the defense of the Mustangs fooled. Over there on the stop for the Mustang defense, Josh Harshman, 6'4" and 185-pound linebacker. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 16 for the Red Devils at their own 20-yard line. So the Red Devils going backwards after having a pretty good series here. And they're apparently going for it. 4th and 16 for the Red Devils as the Mustangs lead at 31-0 on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Here's Johnson. He's back to pass. He's looking down the field. Touchdown, Evanston, in the back corner of the end zone. That one goes for 20 yards. Well, it's going to be Alec Johnson on the touchdown grab. So it came from Wagstaff to Johnson for 20 yards. And the Evanston Red Devils finally get on the scoreboard in the third quarter. Alec Johnson on a 20-yard pass reception from Kyler Wagstaff for the touchdown. And here's the PAT is no good. So we've got 6:49 to go, third quarter. The Evanston Red Devils finally on the scoreboard. 31-6 the score on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. You're listening to the Big O Tigers of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on the Big Dog in Country, KNYN 99.1 FM, and online at k-9radio.com.
With Wells Fargo Mobile Deposit, you can deposit a check virtually anytime, anywhere.
You can do it in a coffee shop without spilling a drop. Done.
You can do it while listening to music without missing a beat. Done.
Deposit checks quickly and securely using your smartphone.
You can even do it while you're reading a radio commercial. Done.
On your phone, online, on the go. Wells Fargo makes it easy to get banking done. Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. Availability may be affected by your mobile device and carrier. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
We welcome you back. The Red Devils finally get on the scoreboard with the 20-yard touchdown pass from Kyler Wagstaff to Alec Johnson. Johnson came down with that catch in the back corner of the end zone for the Evanston Red Devils. Now the Red Devils will kick it away to the Mustangs. 31-6 on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Here's the kick, and it's going to go short again. They tried the onside kick, and did they get it? Let's see. Well, look at the indication. I can't quite see it through the glare. Do the Red Devils have it on the onside kick? Apparently it's going to go to the Mustangs. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs on the onside kick. So it's recovered by the Mustangs with 6:46 to go here in the third quarter. The Mustangs lead at 31-6 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. And they'll go to work 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. And the offensive unit coming up to the line of scrimmage. Sam Turner lines up in the shotgun formation. He's got Brown next to him. Turner takes the snap. No, it's going to be Gillis. Gillis around the left side, still on his feet. Turns the corner, heads down the field, and he's across the 40, brought down near about the 36, 37-yard line. And a penalty flag. Maybe in this situation, the preliminary indication could be a hold on Natrona. They're walking backwards, so that's what maybe the call will be, but the official will make the final call. And we'll see what it's going to be. They're taking their sweet time to make the call and let everybody else know what happened. Personal foul on the Mustangs. Wow. So they'll back him up big time. They'll mark it off and set the ball down. So a big personal foul penalty on the Mustangs. Both teams are lined up and ready to go. Mustangs have it at their own 48-yard line. Here's the snap. Turner back to pass. Looking down the field. And it's going to be fumble. Do the Red Devils have it? I think they do. It looked like a red jersey was on it. Or are they going to give it back to the Mustangs? Boy, getting me all excited over nothing. So apparently the Mustangs have it. They're lining up their offense. They send two receivers over to this near side. And here come the Mustangs. Now they send a receiver back across the formation. Here's Turner to take the snap, and it's going to go up the middle. And guess what? Brown is loose. He's at the 30, the 25, and ran out of the Red Devil 20-yard line on the far side of the football field. So a big run there for Brown. Ian Fisher over there defensively for the Red Devil defense. That'll be a big first down for the Mustangs. And your first down's being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs. Quality prices. Here now is Turner. Turner back to take the snap again. Turner back to pass. Here comes the big rush. Turner is going to finally be brought down. He's sacked out there by the Red Devil defense. Hustling there for the Red Devils. Cole Wilkinson and company. Getting that sack, though, making that hit and running him down is Corbin Wagstaff, the junior, 135-pound linebacker for the Red Devils. So they're all the way back. The Mustangs are at the Red Devil 37-yard line. Bring up second down and 24 after the quarterback sack. Now Turner. There goes the receiver across the back of the formation now for the Mustangs. Turner back to pass. Here's one that's going to go downfield, and it's complete, maybe for an 8 or 9 yard gain. It's going to be down inside the 30, right about the 27-yard line. Miles Piper on the stop. Well, they're actually right about the 25-yard line as the official sets it down. So third and long for the Mustangs. Here's Turner. He picks it up off the turf, throws it down the field, and it's going to go incomplete. Incomplete. So it's going to bring up 4th and 12 now for the Mustangs at the Red Devil 25-yard line. Let's see what the Mustangs will do. Line it up and run a play. I mean, why not? Oh, they're going to change personnel, it looks like. So 4th and 12 for the Mustangs at the Red Devil 25. And will we see Logan Wilson to attempt a field goal? He hit one from 24 yards in the first half. And he's going to attempt another one. This one's going to be a 42-yard attempt. Whew. He's got to have a leg on him if he's going to make it. It's up on the way. Does it got the distance? No, off to the right. No good for Wilson. So that'll give the ball back to the Evanston Red Devils with 4:48 to play and a 31-6 lead for the Mustangs on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. So the 43-yard kick by Wilson goes wide right. And the Red Devils will take over on their own 20. 1st and 10. And they'll go to work from there with 4:48 to go, third quarter. They're sending two receivers over to this near side. Wagstaff back to take the snap. There's the snap, and it's going to be Hiram Peterson. Oh, there's a big tackle out there. So they're going to give the ball back to the Red Devils at the original line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play for the Red Devils. It'll bring up second down and 10 with 4:30 to go here in the third quarter. We welcome you to this football broadcast. Your kickoff's being brought to you by SOS Employment Group. Your first downs being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs, offering competitive pricing. Scoreboard sponsor, Callis and Napa Auto Parts. And many other fine sponsors, Allingford Brothers and Perry Brothers Trucking for our hot shot cam. That thing's awesome, isn't it? Here come the Red Devils. And back to pass. And they're going to tuck and run now on the quarterback keeper for a 5-yard gain. And that's going to be about it for Alec Johnson, who's back in at quarterback. Keep switching to quarterbacks like this, they're going to have me thoroughly confused. But a 5-yard gain nonetheless. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Red Devils. Just 3:35 to go, third quarter, and the Red Devils come marching up to the line of scrimmage. They send receivers left and right, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Johnson to take the snap now for the Red Devils. Back to pass. No, it's Wagstaff. I told you they'd have me confused. Boy, there's a big catch down the far sideline. I'm not gonna. Is it a completed pass? It looked like it to me, but apparently not. Boy, that's too bad. That was a great effort out there by Alec Johnson. That's going to bring up 4th down, so the pass went incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 3:13 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And we got to have a punter in there, and the regular punter is Bruce Lester, and he was injured earlier in the ball game. So Tucker Leland drops back. Oh, there's a shanked punt. If I ever did see one, it's going to bang it, the 50-yard marker on the sideline. So the Mustangs will have some great field position to work from when they come back out on offense. 3:09 to go, 3rd quarter, and a 31-6 lead for the Mustangs on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. 6:48 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Kyler Wagstaff tossed a 20-yard touchdown pass to Alec Johnson. The PAT was no good following the touchdown, and here come the Mustangs. They're right about their own midfield, right about midfield. So here's Turner now to take the snap. Turner back in the shotgun formation. Turner's going left. Thought it was going to be Brown, but Turner is headed down the field, and he's not going to get a whole lot of yardage, maybe 5, and that's going to be it before he's wrestled down on the far side of the football field. He tried to get outside, but somebody got him by the shoestrings. I believe that's somebody with Skylar Bond, the junior at 205 pounds, on that defensive line for the Evanston Red Devils. Here's Turner again back in the shotgun formation for the Mustangs. Takes the low snap. Brown's going to try to get around the corner on the far side. No, it's going to be Wilson, and it could be up near 1st down yardage. Just a yard shy there on that play for a Mustang 1st down. 2:17 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Mustangs still lead it by the score of 31-6 on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Personnel changes made. Receivers go left and right. And Turner is going to go up under center now for about the first time on the night. Turner takes the snap. It's going to go up to Brown. Brown breaks loose. Nobody out there to get him. Here he goes down the far sideline, crosses the 5. Touchdown for Brown. He gets into the end zone, and the Mustangs go up as that one went for about 44 yards. And Brown gets the touchdown. Score goes up to 37-0. Wilson will come on to attempt the PAT. Turner to hold. And Wilson will attempt the PAT for the Mustangs. Kicks up on the way, and it is good. So with 1:47 to go here in the 3rd quarter, it's a 38-6 lead for the Mustangs on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. You're listening to the Big O Tire of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at k-9radio.com.
This time of year, the weather can change from minute to minute. The team at Plains Pipeline encourages you to focus on safe driving. Slow down. Look for children who may be walking to or from school. Make sure you have supplies in your car like a blanket, water, and emergency food in case of road closures or unexpected storms. Plains Pipeline LP of Evanston also reminds you to always call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. It's the law. Plus, it could save your life.
Mustangs to kick away to the Red Devils after that big run by Brown for the touchdown. It goes for about 44 yards. There's Wilson to kick it off. Hiram Peterson back deep on one side. Wagstaff on the other. Corbin, I believe that is out there. Oh, no, it's going to be Erdley. Here comes Peterson. Peterson by the 20-yard line, and maybe up to the 24 before he's tackled by the Mustang special teams. Out there making the stop for the special teams, Josh Harsman, 6'4", 185 pounds, and Red Devils going to work. 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Red Devils got a touchdown on their last series, but now they find themselves in a deeper hole now, down 38-6 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Send receivers left and right. Back in the shotgun formation. It's going to be Alec Johnson. And the play's headed down the field and for 3 or 4 more yards by Hiram Peterson. Peterson on the carry, and out there on the stop is going to be Colton Jorgensen for the Mustangs. Going to bring up 2nd down and 1 right about the 33 for the Red Devils. They're at their own 33-yard line. They split receivers to the near and far sides. Back in the shotgun formation again. Goes Alec Johnson now. He'll dig and run. He'll going up inside. Johnson could go. There's one defender to beat, and he can't beat him. He's dragged down from behind. Out there by Logan Wilson. So a big 1st down run. Will it be 1st down now? It's down inside the 35, down to the 30-yard line of the Mustangs. With 44 seconds to go, 3rd quarter, the Mustangs leading at 38-6 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Here's Johnson ready to take the snap. He's got Will Kishpa in the backfield. Here comes Kishpa. He gets nowhere, maybe back to the line of scrimmage before he's wrestled behind that line of scrimmage. And there's Wilson over there on the stop. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Red Devils at the 30-yard line of the Mustangs. And there's 5 seconds to go in the quarter, and we're going to wrap things up here in the 3rd quarter. That's going to do it for the 3rd quarter, and at the end of 3 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard, the Natrona Mustangs 38, the Evanston Red Devil 6. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM, and you can watch the game live online at k-9radio.com.
Precious time cannot be recovered once lost, said the famous Jack Sparrow. Don't lose time driving extra miles when the dental services you need are available right here in Evanston. Do you need a root canal? Do you need your wisdom teeth pulled? Are you missing teeth and want a full and perfect smile? Do you need braces? All of these services are available from our specialists right here in Evanston. This is oral surgeon A.J. Stosich inviting you to join me and my associates. Call today to schedule an appointment at 307-789-5608. That's 307-789-5608. Save your precious time.
Long lines and slow traffic. Gas prices on the rise? Save yourself a trip to the big city by stopping first at Cowboy Motor Company. You no longer have to get out of Dodge to find the best deals on vehicles. Cowboy Motor Company has them in stock. Expanding inventory and plenty of money available for lending, you can now get into Dodge at Cowboy Motor Company. Strength, honesty, and integrity. The Cowboy way. Cowboy Motor Company, 100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
It's time for the pre-winter checkup special.
Big O Tires, we go the extra mile, revving up the service to make you smile. We're in the business of customer pleasing, all the right service for all the right reasons.
Receive an oil change, 22-point inspection, brake check, and tire rotation for just $59.99.
Extra miles, the way we go, we got you covered at Big O.
Big O Tires in Evanston, 607 Cheyenne Drive.
welcome you to the action. Ball spotted on the 30-yard line, 3rd and 10 for the Red Devils. Moving on down the field, it's going to be, it looks like Will Kishpaw. He's close to first down yardage. He's wrestled down out there by Lane Hunsicker. And that first down being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs, offering competitive pricing. So the Red Devils go to work. 1st and 10 from the Mustang 17-yard line. Receivers left and right. 3 backs in the backfield now for the Red Devils. Don't see this formation very often. And no, not real much of a gain there for the Red Devils. And the fight that's going on out there. And now it's going to be Caleb Early on the carry. Little extracurricular activity going on out there. But hey, these kids are competitive and they're out there to play football. Just underway, 11:18 to go. Here in the 4th quarter, 38-6 for the Natrona Mustangs on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. So they're offsetting penalties apparently on both the teams due to that extracurricular activity. But the Red Devils will go to work at the Mustang 17-yard line. Clock's moving now. 11:16 to go here in the ball game. And the Red Devils going to work. 1st and 10 from that 17-yard line. Now they're going to have to make a few changes out here. And the Red Devils will hopefully get an opportunity to run a play. Got 3 backs in the backfield, and Wagstaff will take the snap. No, that's Alec Johnson looking downfield. Almost steps out of bounds, but he's going to juke and drive and get down to the 15-yard line before he slides to avoid a big hit out there by Colton Jorgensen of the Natrona Mustang defense. Got around the corner, avoided the sack, and maybe it's going to be a yard gain, and that's going to be it. Ball spotted on the Mustang 16 for the Red Devils. 2nd down and 9. 10:34 to go here in the 4th quarter. And a 38-6 lead for the Mustangs on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Receivers left and right now for the Red Devils. Kyler Wagstaff. And there's going to be a timeout call. Timeout for the Red Devils. The score with 10:30 to go is 38-6 on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard for the Natrona Mustangs. This is the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM. And watch the game online live at k-9radio.com.
The Weight of the Nation is a 4-part documentary series focusing on families and individuals struggling with obesity. This educational series will be held at the UNABOSI's #1 Education Center. Part 1 will run on October 9th, Consequences. Part 2 on October 23rd, Choices. Part 3 on November 6th, Children in Crisis. And Part 4 on November 20th, Challenges. Come and learn what you can do to combat this national crisis in our community. Register today at 307-789-5742.
All right, back to the 4th quarter. Brought to you by Morgan Valley Polaris, your Polaris destination. Ball spotted on the Mustang 15-yard line. 2nd down and 9 for the Red Devils. Snap's going to go right up in the middle. It's going to be Hiram Peterson for a couple, and that's going to be about it. That Natrona defense is bending but not breaking. Over there on the stop defensively for the Mustangs, Lance Ferguson at 6'3", 220 pounds. Ball down to the 13-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Red Devils from the Mustang 13. Red Devils split receivers left and right. Two backs in the backfield. Quarterback in a shotgun formation. Here's Wagstaff. It's going to go to Hiram Peterson. Peterson's not going to get very far as he's wrestled off from behind. Making the hit out there is going to be Lance Ferguson for the Mustangs. A defensive lineman for the Mustangs. 9:23 to go. 38-6 the lead for the Mustangs on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Now it's going to be 4th and 6 for the Red Devils at the Mustang 13-yard line. And we'll see what they elect to do. Here's Wagstaff. Back in the shotgun formation again for the Red Devils. Will Kishpaw standing right next to him. Wagstaff rolls out to the left side looking down the field. And it's going to go to the far side of the football field, but it's going to be a completed pass. But I don't think it's going to be enough for first down yardage. There is a flag down, though. We'll look at the official and see what they call. That's going to stop the clock with 8:44 to go in the ball game. Mustangs still leading at 38-6 on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard, and apparently it's going to go against the Mustangs because they're backing it up. And Wagstaff headed over to talk to the coaching staff for the Evanston Red Devils. It's going to be a personal foul on the Mustangs. So they'll mark it off, and the Mustangs, I believe, will take over on down. So 1st and 10 from wherever they decide to spot the football. They're down inside the 10, or right about the 6-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs, deep in their own territory. They actually set it down at the 5. Here's the snap. Mustangs with another offensive possession, and Brown on the carry for the Mustangs. So crediting for 3 or 4 yards there. And we're moving. We're under 9 minutes now to go in the ball game. Mustangs up at their own 12-yard line. So crediting for 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. And up they run the middle again. They run with it. And it's going to be Brown. Well, that should be enough for first down yardage. Miles Piper and company in there on the stop for the Red Devil defense. So the Mustangs go to work now. 1st and 10 from their own 19. The first downs being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs. Here's Turner to take the snap. Have a receiver moving across the back of the formation. Now Turner hands it off. Brown's got the football, and he's headed down and to the 30-yard line, and Wagstaff will get the stop. So move to change, another first down up at the 30 for the Mustangs. And clock's moving with 7:43 to go here in this contest. And a 38-6 lead for the Mustangs on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Turner back in that shotgun formation again for the Mustangs. He'll take the snap. Oh, he's going to go outside. He picks it up, though, and escapes any tacklers and has completed the pass. Holy cow. So, boy, Kishpaw making the stop after that catch. The completed pass goes to Tristan Cloward. He's got about a 15, 16-yard gain on that one. And another first down brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs. Now Turner back in that shotgun formation again. They move the change, start the clock, and Turner takes the snap. Brown takes the pitch. He's going up inside. Brown still on his feet. He's down to the 40-yard line of the Red Devils. And he's tripped up by Wagstaff. And another first down for the Mustangs. And the Mustangs on the move again, right about the Red Devil 41-yard line. They'll have another first down, brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs. And Turner back in the shotgun formation again. Turner takes the snap, back to pass, rolls to the far side of the field, loads it up. Let's see if he'll throw it down the field. He will, and it's going to be incomplete down inside the 5. And back there on the coverage for the Red Devils will include Alec Johnson, Miles Piper, and a few of his other comrades. So 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs at the Red Devil 41-yard line. Turner lines up, readies his team for the snap. Here's the snap. That one's going to be on the carpet. Let's see who's going to come up with it. Red Devils are saying they've got it, and they do got it. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils after a fumble recovery. With 6:23 to play, the Red Devils get a turnover. Bond on the recovery. So 1st and 10 for the Red Devils at their own 42-yard line, and they'll work from there. Bond on the big recovery for the Red Devils, and they're working from their own 42-yard line. 1st down and 10. They split Smith out to this near side. Here's the snap from the shotgun formation. Uh-oh, here comes the big rush, and down goes Wagstaff, and there's a penalty flag down. Brian on this the tackle, 249 pounds coming down on you. That's got to hurt. A face mask is going to be the preliminary indication. So the officials are out there discussing it. And it's going to go against the Mustangs. So the Red Devils will benefit on that penalty. So face mask on the Mustangs. And it's going to go all the way up to the Red Devil 47-yard line. Well, they'll work with 1st down 10. And your first down's being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs, offering competitive pricing. Red Devils will work from their own 47-yard line with 6:18 to go here in the 4th quarter. And here come the Red Devils. Back in the shotgun formation. They'll work from that shotgun. Rolling to the near side, pitching it outside. Not a whole lot of room to run after the pitch there. Tucker Leland and Lane Hunsicker on the stop, the 177-pound linebacker for the Mustangs. So not a whole lot of yardage on that play. Now personal foul charge to the Mustangs. And they're just nothing but helping out the Red Devils. So they'll mark 15 more yards off. Ball all the way down to the Mustang 39-yard line. And the Red Devils will have it 1st and 10. The first down is being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Signs, offering competitive pricing. The Red Devils working from the Natrona Mustang 39-yard line. Here's the snap, back to pass. Pass is going downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. 2 receivers out there for the Red Devils, and not a one of them could get to it. Ian Fisher was one of the receivers out there. But it's going to go incomplete, so it'll bring up second down and 10 for the Red Devils at the Mustang 39-yard line. Alec Johnson at the quarterback as Wagstaff lines up as a receiver on the left side of the football field. Here's the snap. Oh, and Johnson's just going to have to take the snap and cover it and lose some yardage. Loses about 6, all the way back to about the 45, 46-yard line of the Mustangs. It'll be placed down at the Mustang 45. So a 6-yard loss on the previous play for the Red Devils. So that'll bring up third down and 16 for the Red Devils at the Mustang 45. They split 2 receivers to either side. We're speaking of the Red Devils here, of course. Quarterback in the shotgun formation. Johnson back to pass. Oh, and he overthrows his receiver downfield. The intended receiver out there was Wagstaff. It's going to go incomplete, so that'll bring up 4th and 16 for the Red Devils. We welcome you to the football broadcast. Everybody sitting at home is probably more comfortable than this guy is. Getting a little chilly on this Friday night in Evanston, Wyoming. Got to get my phone out and see what the temperature is. Here now come the Red Devils. They figure, why not go for it? They got to have some points on the board. 4th and 16 on the quarterback draw. There's room to run. Let's see if they can pick up a block. He can. He's got first down yards and more. So a big play there for the Red Devils, at least 16 yards plus, and 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. And first down being brought to you by A+ Trophy and Signs, offering competitive pricing. So there was a big quarterback sneak, and Alec Johnson got loose, got first down yardage. Red Devils going to work at the Mustang 27. There's a pass, incomplete though. The intended receiver, Tucker Leland, out there in the coverage, trying to provide a little coverage is Lane Hunsicker. So it'll bring up second down and 10 for the Red Devils at the Mustang 27-yard line. And the Red Devils out and ready to go. Receivers left and right now as shotgun formation they show once again, as they have all night long. Here's Hiram Peterson, and Peterson's not going to get far. He's going to lose yardage. Let's see where they're going to spot it. It's going to be, I think they'll give him the benefit of the doubt and bring it back to about the 29-yard line. So a loss of a couple, and that's going to be about it. 3rd and 13 now for the Red Devils, so right about the Mustang 30. And that's where the Red Devils will work from. Receivers split out left and right, 2 to each side. Here's the snap, back to pass. Oh, and it's going to go incomplete and dropped out there by Alec Johnson. So Wagstaff back in at quarterback, and now it's going to be 4th and 13 for the Red Devils. Well, you got to remember, just moments ago, they converted on a 4th and 16 on a quarterback sneak by Alec Johnson. Maybe they can do it again. 3:29 to go in this ball game, and it's a 38-6 lead for the Mustangs on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Getting the quarterback back in the shotgun formation. Back to pass is Wagstaff. He's got Alec Johnson over the middle, but I don't think it's enough for first down yardage. It's down near the 20. And I believe it will be first down yardage. So the big first down there by the Evanston Red Devils. And your first down being brought to you by A+ Trophy and Signs, offering competitive pricing. So the Red Devils get a fresh set of downs with 3:13 to go, and the clock is moving. 38-6 the lead for the Mustangs on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. During our post-game show, our Red Devil Roundup, we'll have Coach Casey Boyle of the Lady Red Devil Swimmers and Divers on the program. There we go, Hiram Peterson down to the 10, maybe the 9 before he's wrestled down by the Mustang defense. Clock still moving, though. It's under 3 minutes, 2:42 to play. And a 38-6 lead for the Mustangs on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Personnel changes. Alec Johnson back into the lineup. Ball spotted at the Mustang 9. Let's see if our Red Devils can get into the end zone again. Here's Wagstaff back in the shotgun formation. He'll take the snap. He'll roll out, look down the field, and throw down the field. He's got a completed pass out there. He's going to get in. No, just a little shy. But a positive play anyway on that pass play for the Red Devils. Clock will stop as they bring it back, and Red Devils will still have possession of the football with 2:08 to go. They're down, though, 38-6, and a penalty is going to be called on the Red Devils. Illegal block in the back on the Red Devils. And just as they do something positive, they get flagged for it. And as you can hear, not too many Evanston fans who are in agreement with that call. So the Red Devils going to work on the 19-yard, well, at the 24-yard line of the Mustangs. Wagstaff takes the snap. There's going to be a completed pass out there. Nope, they say it's going to be incomplete. So an incompleted pass thrown out there by Kyler Wagstaff. Be 3rd and long now for the Red Devils. So 3rd and 16 for the Red Devils, and Wagstaff into the huddle to make the play call. He'll stand back in the shotgun formation and take the snap for the Red Devils with 1:46 to go. Here's the snap, and there's going to be a timeout called. So a timeout's called, and we'll take a timeout. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM, and watch the game live online at k-9radio.com.
When we say Chad's can fix it, we mean Chad's can fix it. When your vehicle needs to be repaired or serviced, Chad's Automotive is the best place to take it. With over 20 years in the business, Chad has the experience you want your mechanic to have. At Chad's Automotive, repairs are done right the first time. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Stop on by Chad's Automotive in Evanston. They can fix it. Call today for an appointment at 307-789-8263. That's Chad's Automotive, 789-8263.
Back to the 4th quarter, brought to you by Morgan Valley Polaris, your Polaris destination. 3rd and long for the Red Devils, 3rd and 16 from the 24-yard line of the Mustangs. Wagstaff back in the shotgun formation, takes the snap, back to pass, looking downfield, and he's not going to escape that defense. Ball goes in the air, and we'll see what happens. Who they're going to give the football to? Well, it's going to go back to the Red Devils, and they're all the way back to the 30-yard line of the Mustangs, so that'll be 4th and even longer. 4th and a half a mile now for the Evanston Red Devils, and with 1:16 to go, it's a 38-6 lead for the Natrona Mustangs on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard.
This is Matthew Rex, owner of T-Bar S Body Shop and Technical Glass of Evanston. We do free estimates on all makes and models.
22 from the Mustang 30. Wagstaff will take the snap. Back to pass, looking downfield. He's got an incompleted pass, but the receiver was open in between the two defensive backs, but it falls shy, and that'll give the Mustangs the football on downs with under a minute to play. 54 seconds to go, and a 38-6 lead for the Mustangs on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. And your fourth quarter action being brought to you by Morgan Valley Polaris, your Polaris destination. First downs being brought to you by A-Plus Trophy and Science. Kickoffs being brought to you by SOS Employment Group, uniting talent with opportunity. Our scoreboard sponsor, as always, Callis Napa Auto Parts. And Tucker's just taking a knee, takes the snap and takes the knee. And the Mustangs won't have to take too many more of those, as the clock is running with 42 seconds to play. Mustangs will have to come up and take another snap or two as the clock winds down in this one. Mustangs will be at their own 30-yard line, second down and 10. And Turner takes another knee. And it's just at 16 seconds, and I don't think the Natrona Mustangs will have to take another snap. This one's running down with 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it, the final score on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. The Natrona Mustangs 38, the Evanston Red Devils 6. You're listening to the Big O Tires presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on the Big Dog in Country, KNYN 99.1 FM, and online at k-9radio.com.
This is Matthew Rex, owner of T-Bar S Body Shop and Technical Glass of Evanston. We do free estimates on all makes and models of vehicles. We even do estimates on semis and motorhomes. We can do some work on motorcycles as well. Part of that estimating process will take care of all your insurance, filing claim, take all the pain out of that process for you. Estimating process takes about 10 minutes, so it's very quick and easy. You don't need to take a whole lot of time out of your day to get them done. We guarantee all of our work. When we're working on your vehicle, we treat it just like we're working on our own vehicle, so you know that it's very well taken care of. You'll be happy you came to us.
Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar S Body Shop, Evanston, Wyoming.
With Wells Fargo Mobile Deposit, you can deposit a check virtually anytime, anywhere.
You can do it in a coffee shop without spilling a drop. Done.
You can do it while listening to music without missing a beat. Done.
Deposit checks quickly and securely using your smartphone.
You can even do it while you're reading a radio commercial. Done.
On your phone, online, on the go. Wells Fargo makes it easy to get banking done. Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. Availability may be affected by your mobile device and carrier. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
It doesn't matter how large or small your business is. When considering copiers, fax machines, scanners, and other office equipment, call Mountain West Business Solutions first. George Wynn, CEO at Evanston Regional Hospital, had this to say.
With Mountain West Business Solutions, the copiers that we have now, they're very reliable machines. They've done a great job for us, and the rare times when they do have a malfunction, Randy and his people are in here quickly, and they come and service the machines very efficiently. We're very grateful to have Randy Barker and Mountain West Business Solutions as our business partners.
Call Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
Hunters, you could win a $3,000 gift certificate to Sports World by winning first place in the Big Buck Contest. Sports World certificates for second and third place, too. Stop by Castle Rock Chevrolet for details. Before you head to the hills, have Castle Rock change your oil and give your vehicle a multi-point inspection. And when you're hunting for a new car or truck, then stock the lot at Castle Rock. We're Castle Rock. A $3,000 prize for first place, the Big Buck Contest at Castle Rock Chevrolet. CastleRockChevy.com.
Everyone knows that a smile is contagious. Research has even shown that a smile can make us appear more attractive to others, lift our moods, and even lengthen our lives. If you don't like the smile because of the condition of your teeth, we can help you gain the confidence and happiness that comes from a fabulous smile. This is Tracy Cornea at Bear River Dental. Call us today at 307-789-5608 and mention this ad for a free consultation to discuss how to create the dazzling smile you've always dreamed of. Call 307-789-5608 and have a beautiful smile today.
We welcome you to the post-game show as the Natrona Mustangs come to Evanston and beat our Evanston Red Devils in homecoming, the homecoming football game, 38-6 the final score on the Callis and Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Coming up in the post-game show, we'll recap things. We'll have our Red Devils sports update, our post-game visit with Coach Pat Fackrell, and then we'll wrap it up until next week when we travel to Rock Springs. Looking at some of the highlights tonight, Natrona scored first as Brad Gillis had 2 carries for 48 yards. Those 2 carries got him in the end zone. The second carry did anyway. It went for 5 yards and a touchdown. At that point in the first quarter, with 6:18 to go, it was a 7-0 lead for the Mustangs as Wilson came in and added the PAT. Then Logan Wilson came in and got a 24-yard field goal. And at that point, a 10-0 lead in the first quarter for the Mustangs. Then later on, Wynn went for a yard out. Wilson added the PAT, 17-0 at that point. As the second quarter progressed, Brad Gillis went for another touchdown, his second on the night. Logan Wilson adds the PAT, 24-0 at that point. Then as we look down the list, the Evanston Red Devils score their only touchdown of the ball game with 6:48 to go third quarter on a Kyler Wax down to Alec Johnson 20-yard touchdown pass. The PAT following was no good. At that point, 31-6 was the score. Then the Mustangs capped a touchdown late in the fourth quarter and added the PAT. So that's the final, 38-6 for the Natrona Mustangs on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Coming up, we have the Red Devil Sports Update. We'll visit with Coach Casey Boyle about Lady Red Devil swimming and diving in a moment. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on the Big Dog and Country 99.1 FM, and you can watch it online live at k-9radio.com.
It's time for the pre-winter checkup special.
Big O Tires, we go the extra mile, revving up the service to make you smile. We're in the business of customer pleasing, all the right service for all the right reasons.
Receive an oil change, 22-point inspection, brake check, and tire rotation for just $59.99.
Extra miles, the way we go, we got you covered at Big O.
Big O Tires in Evanston, 607 Cheyenne Drive.
Long lines and slow traffic. Gas prices on the rise? Save yourself a trip to the big city by stopping first at Cowboy Motor Company. You no longer have to get out of Dodge to find the best deals on vehicles. Cowboy Motor Company has them in stock. Expanding inventory and plenty of money available for lending, you can now get into Dodge at Cowboy Motor Company. Strength, honesty, and integrity. The Cowboy way. Cowboy Motor Company, 100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Precious time cannot be recovered once lost, said the famous Jack Sparrow. Don't lose time driving extra miles when the dental services you need are available right here in Evanston. Do you need a root canal? Do you need your wisdom teeth pulled? Are you missing teeth or want a full and perfect smile? Do you need braces? All of these services are available from our specialists right here in Evanston. This is Endodontist Les Walker inviting you to join me and my associates. Call today to schedule an appointment at 307-789-5608. That's 307-789-5608. Save your precious time.
This time of year, the weather can change from minute to minute. The team at Plains Pipeline encourages you to focus on safe driving. Slow down. Look for children who may be walking to or from school. Make sure you have supplies in your car like a blanket, water, and emergency food in case of road closures or unexpected storms. Plains Pipeline LP of Evanston also reminds you to always call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. It's the law. Plus, it could save your life.
We welcome you back as we continue with the post-game show. The fans staying around is going to be entertained by some fireworks here in just moments or so, in a few minutes anyway. It's time now for the Red Devil Roundup. On the Red Devil Roundup this evening, it's going to be Coach Casey Boyle, the coach for the Evanston Lady Red Devil Swimmers and Divers. Here's Coach Boyle.
Okay, so we're now talking with swimming coach Casey Boyle. And Coach, the girls had some good outings against up in Jackson anyway at the Invite and over in Rock Springs on Tuesday. Your thoughts?
We like going up to that Jackson meet. They generally run a pretty good meet up there. There's plenty of competition. Jackson has won the 3A state championship for the last 3 or 4 years. And actually Laramie, one of the top 4A schools, made the trip up there this weekend also. We had a pretty good meet up there. We ended up 4th overall. Did add a couple of qualifiers. Justice Brady qualified in the 200 free and the 100 free, and so that she deserves a lot of credit for getting those things under her belt. She's already qualified in the 500 free. We had a pretty good outing with the divers. They were 2nd, 3rd, 7th, and 8th overall in the championship format that we had. So overall, it was a pretty good trip for us. We have a tradition.
There you go. That's Coach Casey Boyle talking about their trip to the Jackson Invitational. It is time now for the Coach Pat Fackrell post-game show, brought to you by Ogden's Carpet Outlet.
Your last chance to get free labor this year ends on Monday, September 30th. Buy your carpet now at Ogden's Flooring and Design, and we'll install it for free. With special discounts plus free labor and 1-year free interest OAC, this is the very best time to buy carpet at Ogden's Flooring and Design in Evanston at 243 7th Street. And get free labor now, because when September ends, so does free labor. 16-yard minimum, no extras.
Ogden's Flooring and Design.
Okay, we got Coach Pat Fackrell here. And, Coach, your thoughts on the ball game as we get things wrapped up here tonight?
Well, we didn't come out of the locker room very good at first quarter. Didn't blitz right gaps. We missed tackles, and that led to us falling behind and playing catch-up the whole game. And so our kids made some adjustments at halftime, and I thought we did some things better after half. But, you know, we got a ways to go, and so we just got to work hard this week.
Okay, continue to work hard. What are some of the things basically to work on quickly?
Like I said, we got to tackle better, we got to block better, we got to attack longer, catch the ball. All the things that we need to worry about, we'll take care of this week in practice.
Okay, Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Enjoy the fireworks with the kids. And this is our post-game interview with Coach Pat Fackrell, being brought to you by the folks at Ogden's Flooring and Design, carpet, cabinets, countertops, and more. Post-game show, we'll take a look at what's ahead for our Red Devils. Once again, the final score, the Natrona Mustangs 38, our Evanston Red Devils 6 on the Countless Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. You're listening to the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM, and watch it live online at k-9radio.com.
Everyone knows that a smile is contagious. Research has even shown that a smile can make us appear more attractive to others, lift our moods, and even lengthen our lives. If you don't like the smile because of the condition of your teeth, we can help you gain the confidence and happiness that comes from a fabulous smile. This is Tracy Cornea at Bear River Dental. Call us today at 307-789-5608 and mention this ad for a free consultation to discuss how to create the dazzling smile you've always dreamed of. Call 307-789-5608 and have a beautiful smile today.
This is Matthew Rex, owner of T-Bar S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. We do free estimates on all makes and models of vehicles. We even do estimates on semis and motorhomes. We can do some work on motorcycles as well. Part of that estimating process will take care of all your insurance, filing claim, take all the pain out of that process for you. Estimating process takes about 10 minutes, so it's very quick and easy. You don't need to take a whole lot of time out of your day to get them done. We guarantee all of our work. When we're working on your vehicle, we treat it just like we're working on our own vehicle, so you know that it's very well taken care of. You'll be happy you came to us.
Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar S Body Shop, Evanston, Wyoming.
When we say Chads can fix it, we mean Chads can fix it. When your vehicle needs to be repaired or serviced, Chad's Automotive is the best place to take it. With over 20 years in the business, Chad has the experience you want your mechanic to have. At Chad's Automotive, repairs are done right the first time. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Stop on by Chad's Automotive in Evanston. They can fix it. Call today for an appointment at 307-789-8263. That's Chad's Automotive, 789-8263. The Weight of the Nation is a 4-part documentary series focusing on families and individuals struggling with obesity. This educational series will be held at the UNFOC's #1 Education Center. Part 1 will run on October 9th, Consequences. Part 2 on October 23rd, Choices. Part 3 on November 6th, Children in Crisis. And Part 4 on November 20th, Challenges. Come and learn what you can do to combat this national crisis in our community. Register today at 307-789-5742.
You're listening to the post-game show. Coming up for the Evanston Red Devil football team, they'll make a trip on October 4th, Friday night, to Rock Springs to take on the Tigers. 7 o'clock start time there for that football game. Coming up, the volleyball team will travel on Tuesday, October 1st, to Lyman to take on the Lyman Eagles. The cross-country team this next week, they'll be busy. October the 3rd, they'll be in Lyman for a meet. Well, actually, the side will be Fort Bridger against Lyman. Girls swimming team will go tomorrow to the Southwest Invitational in Rock Springs. On Friday the 4th, they'll be at Cheyenne for Central, East, Green River, and South. The golfers next week, Monday and Tuesday, will play at the state golf meet in Rock Springs. It was supposed to be this weekend, but due to the weather, it's not going to happen. And next football broadcast coming up Friday night in Rock Springs against the Rock Springs Tigers. This has been the Red Devil postgame show. This has been a sports production and sports broadcast of Old West Media Incorporated and Cook Brothers Broadcasting. No portion of this production can be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting and Old West Media. Once again, the final score is the Natrona Mustangs 38, the Evanston Red Devils 6 on the Countless Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Join us next week in Rock Springs at 7 o'clock for the kickoff, 6:40 for the pregame show, when the Red Devils take on the Rock Springs Tigers in Rock Springs, Wyoming. We'll be on the air with you at 6:20 pregame show. And so until then, go Red Devils. Presentation of Evanston Red Devil Football. Your Evanston Red Devil Football being brought to you by these fine sponsors. They include you in the physical therapy, Bear River Dental, Cowboy Motors, UNFOC's #1 Education Center, Chad's Automotive, T-Bar S Body Shop, Mountain West Business Solutions, Castle Rock Chevrolet, Wyoming Dental Specialist, Plains Pipeline LP of Evanston, Wells Fargo Bank, Vigo Tires, and our scoreboard sponsor, Callis Napa Auto Parts. Join us next week for more Evanston Red Devil football on the Big Dog in Country, KNYN 99.1 FM, and online at K-9radio.com.